Attention, attention. Welcome to Club Louie. Today I have a very special guest. She's also a friend of mine. But let me give you a little information about her. Number one, she's an entrepreneur. She got her own makeup line. Reality star. Boxer, because I've seen her fight. Definitely music that she's dropping. And at the end to top it off, now she's an actress. So now I want to introduce my friend, going to be yours, Marsh.
Hey, okay, Louie with the intro. I
had a freestyle.
I like how you just did that for me right quick. What's up, y'all? It's Marchinee. Y'all might know me as March. I'm just here to chop it up with y'all real quick. Louie had invited me over here, so he a good friend of mine. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's get into it.
Let's get into. Oh, here, I got a simple question. Because I
Okay.
see all these other blog sites, Lola T, and all these other cats.
Yeah.
And everybody paused because the last place they paused was they wanted to know where your friendship was because nobody knows. You have not said nothing, and a lot of these bloggers are talking about that you guys are upset with each other. But the main question is, everybody wants to know is how are you doing yourself personally and your relationships with your friends. I'll say it like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I noticed that too. Sometimes, like me sitting in the space that I be at, I be wondering where this stuff be coming from. A lot of the time. So
People make up.
for me, to be honest, it'd be like what you say, right? It's like I didn't say anything, she didn't say anything, Jay hasn't said anything.
But
We can be
social
specific.
media
I
is
haven't
making
said
up everything.
Marchinee, me personally, Krishan hasn't said anything, Janet hasn't said anything. So it's kind of like I feel like people need to learn to mind their business. Like that's the thing.
Hello.
True.
And people need to know how to stay in their place.
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
Stay in your lane, bitch.
You ever heard of that saying? Like, if you're there, you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
That
At
part.
all.
So,
16
you
by
know,
the
you
sun.
I got a lot of haters. I don't know what's up with people. It be like people be acting like they love me, but I know you don't love me like
You
that.
hear the craziest
It's like,
stories about yourself.
yeah, and then it's just like, but everybody, I feel like people are designed to kind of flip on you. Like people are designed to criticize you and to judge you. You kind
Well,
of.
I mean, look at all the people.
Some people
Look at a lot of the people that are flipping on
weirdo
Diddy.
bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just to keep it real, a lot of
but
people
I-
are flipping on Diddy. I
Uh-huh.
know some of his stories might be true. I know all of them ain't true because I've heard certain things, and I know certain things ain't true. But other than that, I mean, social media is going to make up a lot of things, whether you said something or not.
Yeah,
They're going to speak for you.
yeah,
And it's crazy because now in the world is social media can actually speak for you without you even saying anything. And whatever they say, it's like people are going to go with it without even hearing the words come out of your mouth or knowing any actions.
that part.
And it's just crazy because I see all these media groups talking about that you guys hate each other, you guys are mad at each other. Conversations we're having, all of y'all are cool.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm
part.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
So it's just like this is what I feel like with people is it's like they don't understand that different circumstances causes different outcomes. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like literally right now, as far as it stands, as far as like our friendship, I genuinely don't think there's anything wrong with our friendship. I just feel like people don't know what it looks like to actually be friends with people. You kind of get what I mean?
True.
Or they have like this idea of people. So when you have an idea of somebody and you don't get that idea, you're always going to think something is wrong. Like people paint like a picture in their head of what of the expectations they have for people or what they want people to do or want people to be. And when you don't fit into that category or that image that they have for you, it's like they come up with these circumstances and these scenarios without actually getting answers from people themselves. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, instead
Totally
of asking
understand.
them directly.
Yeah, and so it's just like I don't even know where that came from, me personally, because it's like kind of weird. Like that's the thing for me. So that's why when it's stuff about like celebrities or people in the public eye, it's kind of like you don't know these people. So it's like, how can you make a judgment off them when you don't know them? You never experienced them. You never met them one-on-one. You don't even know who this true person is. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like for me, like I was saying, it's like people have seasons. You kind of get what I mean? And right now, the circumstances, I feel like we went from a very codependent relationship with each other. And from that transition, we kind of transition right now to where it has to be, all of us have to be independent. God's calling us all to be very independent. And all of us, our true identities to show. You kind of get what I mean? And like who we really are, separately and collectively. Because when you see everybody individually, you'll be able to understand everybody's role and everybody's like how we mesh together. You kind of get what I mean?
Well, speaking of that, since you were a little girl, I wanted to ask you, as a little girl, what did you want to be? And do you feel like you're living up to any parts of that?
Okay, that's a good question. So when I was a little girl, I just used to, of course I wanted to go to college, stuff like that, and I did those things. But there was this one image that I had in my head of me. It was like I always used to dream, like literally go to sleep and dream, or like I used to daydream a lot. So I used to have like this vision of myself, like it would just like be like this really big building, and I'll be walking into it like looking corporate, looking like that boss woman. So what I really have a passion for is I really am passionate about business in general.
Okay, so you're a businesswoman.
I love business. I love hustle. I love drive. I like going from 0 to 100. I like starting at the bottom. I love outcasts. I like, what's it called? What's the people called?
We are black sheep, darling.
Black sheep, but it's the other one. What is it called? The
underdog.
The underdog. I love underdog. I love underdog energy because it's like it's just something what happens when people underestimate you. Like, you kind of get what I mean? And it's like, you can't, it's the pre-consumptions. It's like, don't pre-consume about people, because you at the end, it's like, you don't know them. You don't know how God feel about them. You don't know the position that they hold in the kingdom. You don't know the plans that God have for them.
Sometimes position that they hold in the kingdom. Remember what she just said, because you don't know the day somebody had
that part
in real life.
And it's like, you don't know what, like, people don't even know themselves. Like, as I grow every day, I don't even know myself. Yeah. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, change who I was yesterday, something can happen today, and it's going to either make me stronger, smarter, or better, or worse. You kind of get what I mean? I have those options. So tomorrow when I wake up, it's my decision to act on that. Either go back to an energy that I had 2 years ago, or pick up something that I pick up on something that I learned 2 hours ago. It's up to me. You kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, as I transition through things, it's kind of like, I'm a growing, learning, changing person every second. Like, I learn from my 5-year-old son. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like,
shout out to Ola.
Shout out to Ola, my baby.
My dog.
Little baby Oski, what's up? Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to my dog.
That's my son.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, it's kind of like, you never know. Like, you kind of get what I mean? And you got to be that sponge. You got to stay that student, because the more you know, you realize that you don't know nothing. The smarter you get, you realize, like, I still got so much to learn. I still got so much to grow through. And it's not even that. I feel like people stop. Like, you know that album by Kehlani, It Was Good Until It Wasn't? It's kind of like some people don't pay attention to this part. It's like, when you look over when you look over that gate and you seeing, like, what's on the other side of that, what you gonna do with that information? You kind of get what I mean? Because some people are smart dummies. You kind of get what I mean? Like, you learn, but you don't grow. Yep. And it's like, what you gonna do with the information you got? Dummies. And that's why you get judged differently too, because there's 2 type of people. There's people who do evil and people who see evil. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, how do you make a stance? You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you gonna do about the things that you have nothing to do with, or you feel like you have? Like, I feel like I have something to do with everything. You kind of get what I mean? Like, everybody does, because we all coexist on each other. We all are dependent upon each other, just like the trees is dependent on our oxygen. Like, you know, I mean, our carbon dioxide,
True.
like, we're dependent on the tree's oxygen. Like, we all flow together. We all mesh together. We're all one living organism, and we're collectively dependent on each other. So for me to say nothing has anything to do with me, like, I just feel like we're a little bit too detached. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like, we need to be more involved. What was the question again?
Wait a minute, you stopped smoking. No. And you just said, you hit us with a stone. You're like, wait a minute.
I love this.
I'm still in recovery. I've been sober for like 3 months.
And you also
Wait, you've been sober for 3 months?
Like 3-4 months, yeah.
Oh, so that's out of your system now. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first 30 days that's the hardest.
Am I good?
First 30 days is the
I love seeing
hardest.
this side of you from, you know. And
So, yeah,
no,
go ahead. No, you. No. I know you got some questions.
I got to take turns, because you know what, I could talk all day, so.
Go.
I gotta learn. Y'all gonna see me growing right here, because I need to shut up sometimes too.
No, I love to see this side of you, because it just shows a different personality from what a lot of people have seen on
people don't know
the show and stuff, you know. So I even, for me, I love that I'm here, you know, talking to you and stuff like that. But and do you feel like from going from that to, do you feel like that changed a lot of you after watching that and going through the experience of Bad News? or was it something else, or this has just been you always, you know? Because
specifically for like baddies, as far as my personality,
yeah, because people just what they saw, you know. It's
okay.
Like,
when it comes to my personality, I feel like the only thing that showed the true authenticity of my personality was like how solid I am.
yeah,
Kind of get what I mean. So that
took a lot.
That was very well reflected in my opinion. Because I'm a ride with who I'm with, right or wrong. Kind of get what I mean. That's the truth. And that's probably my problem too. No, but the thing about it, it's like that was my friend's situation. You kind of get what I mean. So it's kind of like me going into that. It was more so like it's something that you already involved in. So it's like this not my zone. So I need to learn from you, and I need to see what's going on, and then I need to see what type of perspective is like. You know, like the bottom line for the most part. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like in that space, it's like, and I'm not the type to step on toes or nothing like that. So it's like for example, what I mean like that, like I'm around these people, so I could have one-on-one conversations with these people. I could have stayed if I wanted to, like all that type of stuff. You get what I mean? But it's like the thing about it is like I move like in one band, one sound. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like if we're not all on the same page, then we're not all doing it. Or if we're not all like, you kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like that type of perspective too. And then also too, like, that was my friend show her situation. So it's like, to them, I feel like, just to be honest, like people don't like to speak 100 to them. We're disposable to an extent, but people don't like to speak 100 to like the network in a way. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like, for me, in my opinion, it's like we're disposable to them, but it's like, so it's kind of like nobody really saw my true essence. You kind of get what I mean? Like maybe like motives, or kind of like my true like personality, because I'm a vibe for real. Like I like to have fun.
Super vibe.
Like I love to have a good time.
Such
I like real stuff. Like I like solid energy. I like to make money. I like to grow. I like to learn, and I just like to have a good time, and I like to feel good for the most part. You kind of get what I mean? So that part, no, they didn't really see that.
So what they just saw was solid you.
As far as like what was reflected, like what could
Just
be
fighting.
taken from me, it's kind of like that. You kind of get what I mean? Because like when it came down to like why I was there. So for example, right?
Why that's a good one.
So, like why I was there was because, it's like I was already in the situation. That's the tricky thing about it. Like, how are you here? You didn't really audition. You really do none of that. Right. So it's kind of like, I was Krishan's, project manager. Janet is Krishan's road manager. So with that being said, it's like, we're already, this and stuff is already going to pay us to, when we're on the road, and bottom line, even my son is there. That's the thing. Like, you kind of get what I mean? So it's like, the thing about it is like, we're already there, and it's like, how did that even happen? How did y'all gain these positions? It's because of who we were before, when we met them. You kind of get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because of what we had did collectively as a friend group, individually, and what we all represented and meant to each other. It's kind of like, I'm not going to go without you. So Krishan was solid in that aspect too. She like, they could tell her, oh, Krishan, you got 20 bands to go pick up, whatever. Well, can March and Jay go? If they give us a problem, then she not going to want to go. You kind of get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but it's like, who going to lose out on money for their friends like that? You kind of get what I mean? But it's not even that. It's also because like, this was something that we kind of did together, and not even kind of that we did do together. You kind of get what I mean? From day one. So it's kind of like, how can I go without my day ones? You kind of get what I mean? From a business aspect and from the friendship aspect that we developed together. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like, we were a pain in the ass though. That's another thing too. Like, we don't listen. We go in these hotels, these 5-star hotels, we smoke them out. I'm not trying to talk about the old us, but like,
how fun though.
It's like we smoke them out, we tear them up, we order thousands of dollars in room service. They got us on jets, they getting us first class flight tickets. So I had a trust factor even with Zeus itself. Like, was with Lamel and Daryl. Those were two people that are Daryl. He in charge. Those are some of the people that's in charge at Zeus. I had built like somewhat of a trust factor with them. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Because I feel like for me, it's like, you dished out all this money for us or whatever. So it's just like, I don't feel like it's like whatever, but then that's me being naive to like, when people have a bottom line thing that they trying to do, like, it's business for them, not too much personal. So it's like, I get in the comfort zone with people sometimes, and that's what I learned.
Well, you
from
see
that.
it. You see
As
it.
a Pisces, because you're sweet, but I don't never want you to lose that. Let
No,
other
yeah,
people
yeah,
lose
no,
that.
no,
But
no.
in business, we just gotta remember. But as
That
a
part.
person, like, I don't never
Yeah,
want you
business
to.
is a devil's playing ground in my
But
opinion.
the world's not business, so I don't never want you to lose
Yeah,
that.
no, I
Because
can't.
it's so beautiful about you, that
Thank you.
How relatable and how sweet that you are. Just
Yeah, period. Yeah, I like that about me too. Because it's like every day, how I feel about it, it's like, this is what people don't get, like, when you sit in this position. Like, every day is a day's hustle. Like, you know how you'll see, like, a celebrity star, like a movie star or something, they be like, oh, they working at Walmart now or something. Like, bro, because, like, nigga,
life,
what?
bitch.
Like, y'all not life, like, y'all delusional.
You ain't never lived life,
like,
bitch.
you kind of get what I mean? Like, I done been homeless. I done slept in my car before. I done slept in the bando before. Like, it's like, and I don't care. Like, if I had to do it, and if it came down to where that came to be my reality tomorrow, like, it'll be that. Like, and it's like, if I had to get on the bus, like, nigga, I'm getting on the bus.
People don't understand.
I wasn't responsible, and I blew my bag. Like, it's really whatever. Like, you kind of get what I mean. But people, they take like the realism part of living life and identity out of it. Like, y'all don't realize that anybody you see in this higher position, this shit is in a day's hustle. Like, if you don't get up and go get it, and you just sitting there spending and being irresponsible and not doing what you're supposed to do, not growing your money and not taking accountability, like, you're gonna go down fast. Like, you kind of get what I mean. But it's something about people who also have that don't care factor. Those are the people who you do see at the top, because it's like, damn, how you do this and you just don't care, because it doesn't really mean nothing. The only thing that I'm guaranteed to probably take to heaven with me is my child by planting the seed of the Lord in him. You kind of get what I mean? Everything else is disposable for real. It's like, I can't really take this stuff with me, so it's kind of like,
there's two different I don't gives a fuck.
That part.
There's yes. I don't give a fuck, I'm going to sit on the couch, and I don't give a fuck, I'm going to walk into this building, I'm going to say what I want to this man, because I know he's in head of charge, and I'm trying to work on the business he's doing, and I'm going to fucking talk to this motherfucker.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's two different, I don't give a fucks, and I like that, I don't give a fuck that you on, bitch.
That part. So it's like, I feel like that got something to do with, like, fear and being timid. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. Like, God didn't give us a spirit of timidity or fear, and it's kind of like, sometimes people resist themselves, like, you kind of get what I mean, and restrict themselves based on fear, whatever that may look like. And then it's like that side where people are shy and people don't want to stand ground. So it's like, I don't care because I don't care about people, or I don't care because, I mean, I probably not. Myself. Yeah, it's like, I just want to be myself. I want to feel free. I want to do what I'm going to do. You kind of get what I mean?
Yes, so exactly. Don't judge me because I'm not going to judge you.
That part.
Yeah.
Hello.
There's not so many people like that out there, though. You know what I mean?
Well, that's because there's a lot of weirdos.
That's why
it is. No, I just feel like people are just unrealistic.
Yeah.
I feel like people are unrealistic.
For sure.
And like me, I'm always ready for the next play because I'm an athlete, you know? So it's like,
okay.
I'm always ready for the next play. Like, if I fumble something ever, it's like, and I have a sports mentality. My first coach that really impacted my life, his name was Coach King. It was when I went to River City. It was like something that he taught us, like, about beast mode, because he had a disability. But it's like the way he would train us. He would train us like dogs. Like, it used to be crazy. Like, you kind of get what I mean? But it's, he
brought out that beast, though.
Yeah, so it's like this essence, like, you know what I kind of mean? And it's just like, everybody has a space. Like, everybody in the thing that makes them look like they counted out is the thing that actually count them in. You kind of get what I mean? That's why you just can't play with people. Like, everything is a puzzle, and everybody got a piece and a factor. Like you gotta get what I mean? Like, everybody fits somewhere how they fit. So it's like, when you doing this to this person, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like people are just unrealistic. So I'm gonna walk in a room like, I'm gonna respect everybody until I'm disrespected. I'm gonna be looking for the next play because, yeah, I got going on what I got going on now, but what can I add to myself?
Yes,
who in here can teach me something? And who can I teach something into this room, in this room? How can I inspire somebody? Like, that's really what I be going for. You kind of get what I mean? Like, I love life, and I feel like that's the true essence of life. It's like, messing around with people. Like, you kind of get what I mean? And then having fun with it. You kind of get what I'm saying?
And you are on your grind. You're on your hustle. You got your music going. You got your movie going. Your lash business.
Period.
All of that.
The movie going. Let's talk about.
What do you want to talk about first?
What do you have that's coming out that you're really excited to talk about? I know that you have.
I don't know if she could talk about it, though. I don't know if she could talk about it.
Right, so y'all, no split.
What do you got going on?
I made it. No split. Okay, so we're gonna start with the music. Okay, so I had made a song. I forget when I made this song. I made this song like a couple years ago or so. It's 2024.
Yes.
So I may have made this song like 2023, 2022, possibly or so. But I made this song. It's called Heaven on Earth. But I love my song.
It's more like singing.
You better love your
like,
song.
It's singing. Yeah, it's singing. But
who came up with that artwork?
I really, I did it myself.
That shit look hard.
Actually, yeah, I did the
That
artwork
looks
myself.
Actually, we'll pull up a couple.
Heaven
We
on
can
Earth.
talk about the artwork.
Seconds of it.
I
Here
love
you
the
guys
pink
go.
and
We'll
green.
hear a couple seconds of it so you guys can hear it.
Putting out my toxic traits, but you do it correctly, so you help me fight my demons. When I look at your face. Like the timing is sped up and I'm dwelling in my season. Still in this shitty place. Hoping karma's get me for the decisions I made from a desperate place. When I run on these niggas, I'm gon' hit the fadeaway. Brought my little piece of heaven to earth, now we ain't wearing capes. Hard working real decisions, ain't no competition. Niggas always wishing instead of staying consistent. Move left, go right, and tell me how to live my life. You don't know what this pain feel like. You said go, I'ma get it. When in the bullshit, I pivot. And I pity every nigga ever slept on me. And I do it for the niggas that ain't make it to see another day. And the niggas in the cages ain't got.
All right.
Yeah, that's my little song.
You better hold on.
My little heart.
Yo, that's dope.
Cause listen.
Yeah, I put my little heart out in that song for real, but I did it on accident. About the artwork, because you like the cover art. I did that on Canva, actually.
What's
Did
that?
On Canva. Canva's like a little generated
Is
app.
that the app, the one that
It's a little app that you
okay.
use that just have like temples and stuff like that. So I just did it like that. I have the green because like me, Jay, and Krishan, we moved like little Powerpuff Girls. So that's kind of like that. Because she was locked up when I dropped it.
The meaning.
And then I also got it like you see how it's pink and blue in the background. So it's kind of like pink is a color, blue is another. So it's just kind of like respect for like my team still and all. That's why I be saying it's like y'all be talking all this stuff and y'all don't even know.
I know. See, all you
So,
bloggers
yeah.
out there,
So
let me
it's
let
kinda
you
like,
bloggers know.
Yeah, so it's kind of
please.
like it's just kind of like respect for like what we built together, and like everywhere I go, it's like that's what people want to know about. Like that's what I did with them. Like you kind of get what I mean. So it's like it's always love. So it's kind of like I got the pink, the blue, and the little heaven on earth part, little shadow of blue because it's like pink is a color, blue is another, and the whole background is pink. And then I'm green because that's my favorite color. It's like the heart chakra too. But yeah, I love green. I love green what it represents, like freedom and like just hope for the future for real. And then I'm coming out of a can because I'm just a little project baby. I'm the flower that the rose and the thorn and with the thorns on it and a little, you know what I'm saying. And I'm just sprouting.
No, it's great artwork, and the way you put it together is
rose
dope.
from the concrete, like Tupac.
F.A. he produced it.
Who's the producer?
F.A.
F.A. Shout out to F.A.
Krishan, she got the guy to mix and master it. I think it's blues engineer.
Okay.
Possibly.
How did she love it? Did she love it?
Yeah,
did
she liked the
love
song. She liked the song.
Aw.
And then I wrote it. I wrote it myself. I like my songwriting. I think I'm a good songwriter, honestly.
You are.
I like to tell like stories, but I like to be melodic. I like to express myself a lot with my music. So I'm excited for my future music. I made a lot of changes. This song isn't bad, but
Are you gonna do a video for this?
I did.
Song's
yeah,
great.
I need to do a video. So I actually have my videos and I shot some of it in here.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of telling my testimony. It's a testimony song. So like a little bit about my testimony. My transition is like when I was around, I had came to LA because I had got like a scholarship or whatever. Because I'm real smart. So, and I was like me breaking chains. I'm like the first generation, like high school graduate. My brother graduated too when he was locked up though. So he got a diploma.
Yeah.
But I had graduated from high school for my family, for myself, but also for my family, for my mom. To have that experience to say like one of my kids, like, you know. And then I came out here to LA on the Greyhound bus, actually. I was living in Sacramento. So I was living in Richmond. Then I had moved to Sacramento my last 2 years of high school just so I could kind of like get a peace of mind or whatever. And then I had this a teacher, but she's also like the foster care advisor. I experienced foster care growing up. And my foster care advocate, her name was Miss Buzz, Christina Buzz. I love that lady to my core. And I still got like little notes and stuff that she would write me to inspire me and stuff. Like when I was in college, like in high school and transitioning. So I came out here to go to college. I was living with my friend Allie and her mom. And they were my foster. Her mom was my foster mom at that time, Monica. And I had moved out here. She had rode the Greyhound bus with me. Her auntie lived here, so she just rode with me, so I wouldn't be by myself. Yeah, I had rode the bus out here to LA. That was my first time in LA. I was 18. I came to visit a few times, but I had walked all the way. I was walking from the San Fernando Greyhound station to CSUN, Cal State University, Northridge.
Shout out San Fernando.
Period.
Pacoima, baby.
Yeah, you feel me? So I was walking, and then I just was like, let me call Michaela. Michaela was one of my friends that I had met in Sacramento or whatever. I got my 2 best friends that I had as a kid, Alexis and Michaela. Those are like huge pieces of my heart. those really like my girls for real. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The seasons in life, like, you know what I'm saying.
Life.
So
it's like a tree. Somebody told me that there's some people in life that they're branches because you're a tree, and some people are just leaves that they fought certain seasons.
That part.
And there are certain branches in your life that there'll always be a branch.
That part.
To your tree.
That part, exactly. So yeah,
Look at you.
I had tree. That's what I'm saying. Okay, this tree. I like the roots. Just make sure you ain't a sycamore.
I'm the tree man over here, girl. All right, let's get that clear. I'm the tree man.
I know, huh?
I'm the tree man. I should have said that.
I
don't fucking know it, but I should have said that.
I'm sorry, I'm Italian. I love a good.
I know I love it when you talk. Okay, period. You like? I don't want to say. Did you like the nigga of the whites? Basically, no. Because I don't understand. I don't understand why the dude had to die in Titanic.
Sicilian.
It's like, why you got to say the rich girl and the poor guy? Like, that's what I be talking about. But anyway, he was Italian.
She know my life.
That's true.
But anyway, so it's like, then I was with my friends in Sacramento my last 2 years of high school or whatever. And then I had graduated, and this is when I was saving my first 10 bands. I saved my first 10 bands.
You graduated and then saved 10 bands?
Yeah, in the midst of it.
You're such a baddie.
I had got sick in high school, and I had got like these pills. I'm not gonna even lie. I had got these pills. I had sold all my graduation tickets. I was just hustling, and I used to make clothes and stuff like that, like just whatever I could do or whatever. Little finesse here, little finesse here. I kind of had started like finessing niggas a little bit too. So like,
why was at that age we all did. That was our game.
It was kind of like that. So
you kind of whispered that low,
and then I had left, and then I had came out here and I was walking, and I had called Michaela, and I'm like, and she's like, my mom out there, what? So I called Lori instantly. Lori the first week I had a passport, all of that, because I had went on this senior trip. I mean, not a senior trip. I used to go serve in Mexico. I went to serve, and that's how I got a passport.
You used to go what in Mexico?
So I was with this church called Bayside. Mm-hmm. I got a few pastors that I love. I got a pastor named Pastor Kareem. He was my pastor when I lived in Fairfield. And I was in foster care with my auntie Lois. He was great. And I forget the youth ministry, but I was really a part of the youth ministry there. But the head pastor there was Pastor Kareem. And then when I moved to Sacramento, I was in Bayside. My pastor was Pastor Bob, and my youth pastor was Pastor Brian. So when I went to college, and then we used to have a community at church. Like, I've been looking for that since I came to LA. I tried to go to One LA. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I really like it, but it's not like
I've been looking
wholesome.
For a good
it's not wholesome like that. But I went to Fearless when I first had Ola when I was living downtown, and I feel like I want to go back there recently. So I'm gonna check them back out again too, because it's more like a community of a church, and I like to be involved with my church because I used to serve with my church. I will. So we went to Mexico to serve and stuff. So Lori, she had made sure I got my passport, all of that. So Lori's in LA right now. So, you know, Lori, she sell houses. Lori is put together. Okay. Shout out Miss Lori. And so she came to pick me up. She brought me everything that I needed from my dorm room and just got me together. Like, and she was like my foster mom too. But she wasn't officially my foster mom, but she like took care of me as if I was, but she had foster children. So she took care of me and looked out for me a lot. So, yeah, she picked me up on the way on my walk to see son, and she got me, and you feel me, we just went and got everything I needed from my dorm room and stuff like that, and we was chilling. And I was in college or whatever, and then my pastor Brian, my youth pastor at that time, he had gave me like these shirts. He had these shirts like, you supposed to be a Christian, like I love my favorite Pastor Brian. Where you at, bro? That's why we talk about these seasons, like y'all so unrealistic with life, but like it's like I was and he got me like this little keychain lock, and he got me a daily devotional, stuff like that. Some stuff I had lost along the way of being in LA, but
happens.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy.
So
it was crazy.
Richmond to LA.
Richmond to Sacramento to LA. Yeah, and then when I got to LA, I was just hustling, but it was like for me being in college, it was like I'm so much of an entrepreneur. But I had one teacher, oh my gosh, she used to be like, take this entrepreneur class. I never took it. And but anyway, I was just like, dang, like I thought college was gonna help me make it out. Like I still gotta hustle. I gotta have experience. Like I just started to get caught up in like what I had and what I didn't have. Okay. You kind of get what I mean, and what I needed and what I didn't have in the support. Like I just started to get kind of emotional about the whole process, and it started to get hard for me. It started to get kind of challenging for me. I had this one little boyfriend. His name. Oh, we can leave it. Should I say his name? Lord Jesus.
No, don't say his name.
I don't want to say his name.
Say his name.
Well, it depends. Are you still good with him? Like, you know,
I'm cool with everybody. Everybody want me back. Okay.
Everybody want me back.
She said my name.
I'm not the problem, but okay. But I can say it though because he really helped me with business. So his name was Arshad. But he had business. So my first year in college, I had lived in the dorms. My second year, I moved into a mansion, a really big house, and I had roommates and stuff like that. So I started throwing college parties. But he was like a waiver, so he already had a channel. He used to sell candy. Like, he was a different type of hustler. Like, he used to sell candy and burgers at school and stuff like that. So he already had like these entrepreneurial channels, like all this little stuff going on. I'm like, you cool for real. Yeah. So different though too. You kind of get what I mean? But then like so we started throwing college parties, and he used to always have like these college parties on his little platform or whatever. So with that, I kind of like took that and ran with it. So we started throwing parties and stuff in LA. It's a DJ that be DJing now. His name Treasy, but I remember paying him like $200 to DJ for me, like back in the day. Like, and this is like, I came to college in 2014. This is like 2015, maybe 16 or so. So like, I'm doing college parties, getting myself out there because I need money. Like, you kind of go like, I'm a first generation college student. I really come from underserved as hell. So I'm just like struggling in college, but I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm hustling. I'm doing hair. I'm doing everything I can. Okay. And then I do that, and I'm just going hard in the paint. You feel me? And that season kind of comes to an end or whatever. And then I have my one last college party collab with some people that was going to my school, and I saw my baby daddy standing in the corner, and I walked up. He was counting his money, and I walked up on him like, "Oh, I like you." I rubbed his chest. And I'm like, "Did you pay to get in here?" He like, "Yeah, I already paid, shorty." Like, "What's up with you? What you on?" I'm like, "What you on?" Like, and after that, we was inseparable. And then we just started taking over like Bonnie and Clyde. So this is where I really like started to get my make my footprint into the industry and like understanding things. So boom, y'all, this is when it get crazy. This is when I really start rockstar lifestyle, might not making it. Okay. So, okay, boom. So, my baby daddy or whatever. So he friends with Tato. But I don't know, because I'm underserved. So where I come from, the only song that I probably know about Sosa is like Love Sosa. That's it. But I'm not knowing these are the people he with. But I don't even care because I'm just like hood like that. Like, you kind of get what I mean. Like, I don't have the perspective that the world has on like. I don't idolize people is what it is. I think that's what it is. I understand. So it's like I don't have these same perspectives. So boom, I'm like in these mansions, whatever. But I just came from foster care, so I already been living like this a little bit. So I already know what it is. So I don't know. I see things differently. So I'm hustling with my baby daddy or whatever. And we just coming up. We're not doing the best. But we make a plan together. I'm like in school and I'm working at Starbucks or whatever. And he like, you trying to make 70,000? I'm like, 70,000, nigga. I ain't never even seen 70,000 before. Where is it at? Let's go get it right now. What's today? Like, what we waiting on?
Let's go.
Like, let's go. Yeah. So, shout out Oski Baby, man. Yeah. But yeah. So, yeah, my baby daddy, Ola, he like, you want to make 70 bands? So I'm like, yeah, like, what we doing? Like, where were we supposed to get this at? Like, let's go. I dropped out of school and quit that job instantly. No. Oh, yeah. I was ready to go. I need some money.
I'm about to make these teachers quota right now.
Right. Like, so I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. So we get out there, but we trapping, you know. I'm not gonna lie, me and my baby daddy, we used to hit stains for real. Things. I told Louie about that because I was trying to do Business Louie. So I'm like, let me tell you about me though, because I don't want you to hear no bad news. But you can trust me though. You can trust me though. I'm like, no. That was like one of the first stories I told him because I'm like,
me and March had some long conversations.
Right. So basically, yeah. So like, me and my baby daddy, we used to hit stains for real, like crazy in the city, like, you know. So, but it was something about us. Like, I knew he had my back, and I knew he knew I had his, and it was like, I don't know. We just really built up this like this foundation with each other, like from rags to riches. And we did it, and that's when I really started being around artists. And he brought me around my first couple artists, like in the industry for real. And it was Sosa and them. Shout out to them too. Go Gang, what's up with it? I love them for real because and they know me. They know I'm crazy as hell for real. I used to be spazzing out about my baby daddy. Like, I used to be downstairs in front of Fredo House beeping the horn, like all type of stuff. Like, I used to be crazy. They probably wanted to beat my ass, shoot me or something. Okay. Right. Crazy love. But it's like,
with that being said, what do you think is the most misunderstood thing about you?
The most misunderstood thing about me is when people, I guess, try to paint like they don't know my history, like, because I don't talk about it because like at that time I wasn't like posting a lot because I was in the trap for real, like, and I I don't know if I'll say this, but like I just was in the airport like every weekend with like 50 pounds on my back. Like I'm not posting. Like, I don't know me, please.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy that you have to
She
post
was
so
a
people
real
know you.
trapper. To all you new
Yeah.
generations, y'all don't know
So
about
it's like
that.
y'all don't know about that, and it's like I never getting caught up not once. Like let me just shut up. But it's like I don't know. Like I just was doing this for real, you know. So I didn't have any interest in that, and that was my introduction with the people that I was running with at that time. So I had no interest in the fame and the popularity side of things.
So do you think what part of fame and all of that do you think has changed any part of your life when you go home with your family?
The only thing that I don't like is like, for example, like I don't like when people call me Marsh. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, okay.
But no, not like people like that I met in LA.
So what should I call you?
Whatever.
I'm just saying, because I call her
but, like,
Marsh.
no,
Yo, Marsh, what's up?
That's not what it is. No, y'all can call me like it's
No,
cool,
tell
but
me.
it's like I'm talking about people that I grew up with, like my family. Like I feel like these are people that's supposed to know me.
No,
Like,
that's
my
how I feel when
family,
they call me
my childhood
Loomis.
friends.
No,
I be
because
like,
my name
Marsh,
is
like,
Alicia.
My name is
so
Marchnee.
many
And my last name
Like,
is
what
Loomis.
you talking-
Like, you don't call me by my, you know me, bitch.
Yeah, like you know, it's like I haven't changed.
But my
might
niece
have to
loves
do-
who I am, so she watches all my music videos, so she does call me Auntie Loomis, and
get
my
it.
sister laughs.
I feel like
So
that
I think
has to
that's
do-
cute.
yeah. That has to do with them on like social media nowadays. You know how you
Yeah.
can sometimes forget somebody's name and
Yeah.
maybe just call them by their username. I think they just see so much Marsh, Loomis that
Yeah.
sometimes.
But my Instagram name is
But
M
yeah,
Dutchie
that
Baby.
could- that could-
There it is.
That's because I
know.
used to smoke a lot when I was a kid, like M Dutchie Baby, because I used to always smoking. My best friend Alexis and I used to be I used to call her Esm Smokey, and I was Baby Chiefo. So I used to call myself M Dutchie Baby. Like it was just a little joke. But the baby just added when my baby daddy passed away because he was Oski Baby, so I put Baby for him.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's like that's why I'm M Dutchie Baby. You kind of get what I mean? But it was
Dutchie
it's like it's not even my username, but that's the name that everybody knows me as because I really made that my name when I came to LA.
What's
because
your artist name?
Marchinee, my real name. Because it's like
Marchinee, yeah.
but like
pretty-
when I came to LA, it was like my name is a mouthful, Marchinee. You kind of get what I mean? But it's
I
like
would
I
have called
said
you
Marsh.
Marshy.
Right, my granny called me.
That's what I would have called you.
I love
If I
you.
could name you anything.
This is my girl. Period. Don't call me Marsh. You can call me Marsh. That brought me home. But it's like it's not that I get upset when like people that I met in LA call me Marsh or nothing. Like I'm not tripping for real. Like anybody can call me whatever. But it's like when I know
Not
you
your
to
best
Sandbox,
friend. You better
and it's like you
my
call me
name,
Marsh.
bitch.
I'm just like
that will be.
you never knew me, huh? No.
Damn.
That
Like
yeah.
you
You're
never
cloud
knew me.
chasing. You know it's gonna be a
Or
star, bitch.
it's not even that. It's just like you the type. Like I just don't know. So it kind of throw me off a little bit, and I just be like, oh. Well,
Let me ask you a question.
Kinda
What
disappointing.
was your memorable moment on the show?
I don't remember.
What you mean you don't
I mean,
remember?
Her most memorable moment is that she don't fucking remember. Wasn't worth shit.
Because what I'm saying, it's like to me, I'm on a show, but it's like I'm not really on a show. Like to me, I'm just like, for example, I never watched it. The only time that I ever seen is like if I go to like go to get my hair done or something, they got it on. Like I never watched, so I don't even know from the
They have
outside
it
looking in.
on?
But I could tell you like from behind the scenes, like I was having the time of my fucking life. Like y'all heard me, I was eating chocolate chip cookies and like, bro, like.
Yeah, my girl
I was
put
just
me
over
onto
there
that.
ordering, Baltimore got them good crab cakes, so I'm just over there eating. I'm just over there living
Crab
I'm over there
sounds so
kicking up
good
like
right
this
now.
with my feet up like a princess, like
She
just
said,
send
I need
another
2
one.
pounds of king
Like-
crab right
like-
now with some potatoes.
So really, honestly, we just rockstar living. Like we over here disrespecting the hotels, like all of that. But it's like that's not good. But I'm just saying, like that's why we was such a nuisance. Like we kind of weren't like battery pack girls. Like you kind of get what I mean? It's like. Dang, like, what am I gonna like? What's gonna happen today with them? Like, what's going on? Like, you kind of get what I mean?
Would
like,
you have changed anything about that?
no, not necessarily. I wouldn't have changed anything.
That's good.
The reason why I wouldn't change anything is because it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And that's a lot of things that people try to make it seem like it is something that is not. And that's the part that throws me off. So it's like for example, the big elephant in the room. Like, let's talk about it, right? Okay, so like for example, yeah, I fought my friend's sister, right? But I can't really talk too much about why because it's other people involved in it. And like I said, I'm a loyal person. So it's like, I'm not here to be messy. You kind of get what I mean? I'm just here to tell the truth and be real truthful because people just be lying.
Yes, let's hear
But
you
like,
say.
so for example, right? It's kind of like when it comes down to certain things, it's like this, right? It's like, okay, boom. Everything cool, copacetic, calm, or whatever. I got a big sister that get on my nerves too, so I'm not really worried about
Mine
no
too.
sister.
Shout out Heather. Fuck you.
I don't really
whore.
get no sister problems. You feel me? Shout out Princess. But like,
I'm not
it's
gonna
like
shout out
it's like I don't really get in sister problems. It's not really my role. Like, and I've been around. Like, the thing about it is like I have a history with my friend's family. Like we're family. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that y'all don't understand. Like, I had a history. Like, we done really thugged it together. Like, me and my friend's family, me and Krishan's family, we done thugged it together.
It's not for the public.
Like, you kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like this perspective that people have. It's kind of like it's a lot of them, so I meet them one at a time. Everybody got their own feeling about me. Because
do you find it hilarious
honestly,
sometimes? Because you're like, oh my gosh, like people really like are fucking speculating. I'm getting
but it's
star
like
quality.
the thing about it is just like I'm not gonna lie, in Krishan's life, like she put us right here. Like you kind of get what I mean. Like, and I'm talking like above people. Like you kind of not like in a weird way, but it's just the truth. Like I don't know how to answer these questions without lying or like being like indirect or whatever. Like just being honest. Like it's just like it's like she put us in a certain space in her life for real. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like sometimes you guys say they don't like that. Like you kind of get what I mean? Like I'm just be honest. So when I first met Latifah, because I didn't know her artist name or whatever. When I first met her, she was cool, honestly. Like I still don't have a problem with her. I never had a problem with her. The problem wasn't my problem. It was just rocking right or wrong. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like I never really had a problem with her ever. When I met her, we was going bowling. Like we was doing the regular shebang that we usually do when we all out with Blue, Krishan, like the regular lifestyle stuff. I never.
Are you guys cool now, or?
Yeah.
I don't know her. That's the thing. I only had one exchange with her, like on a personal level, to kind of get to know her, and it was decent. It wasn't like we was just all being bubbly fun. Like it wasn't like she was getting on Krishaners a little bit, but that's regular. That's kind of normal. You kind of get what I mean. So I was just like, okay, whatever, type shit.
You know, I was scared for you when you fought her.
Why?
Shit, she was a big ass girl.
I'm small, huh?
Yeah, y'all look small.
Everybody was in uniform. That's what that was.
Oh no, but that's the thing. We always dress alike. I don't know. It's like we really do. Me and Jay
That was
specifically.
my favorite part.
Like we always dress
No,
alike.
because we already performers since we little.
Like it's
so
my
if we
friend,
don't
and that's
show
what we
up,
do.
bitch,
And it's not even
showing
like
up.
we perform
In
together,
style,
and it's
bitch.
like we just that's part. So it really wasn't about that. Like just being honest, it's just like
really
okay, so
cute, though.
boom,
I
like
just have to say.
an exchange had happened or whatever, and it's just like my friend felt a certain type of way. Like she felt when I was talking to her, it didn't give the usual energy. Like it gave like something was really wrong, and she's pregnant and a lot of different things. So I'm like, what? So I'm back to tonight when I said we was at this club. So we're already there, me and Janet. So we go to the Sprinter or whatever. So the whole exchange is happening again. Latifah's standing on like this chair in the Sprinter or whatever, and she like saying something. So I'm just like, sure to get down. Like, she like, what? I'm like, get down. So then we just start squabbling. Jumping, that was just a storyline. That was not a truthful thing. Now, Jay did hit her, but that was when I was far away from her at that time. So we squabbled. Yeah, that's the truth. The only thing that she did in that squabble was push me. It was like she got attacked. So it's not like I snuck her. I didn't sneak her at all. I said, get down. She probably not from Cali, so she don't probably understand the language, but she caught my drift eventually. And then so we're just squabbling. Like, you kind of get what I mean? So she probably got one little good hit in, and she pushed me, and then there was people behind me. So then I backed up against the wall in the Sprinter. But mind you, this fight, there was no security. There was nothing. It was like a personal thing. Like, you kind of get what I mean? I was irritated at that time. So, because what was delayed to me. So I'm just like, what's going on for real? So that's what it was about. All the details, that's not really super important. Yeah. But it just had a lot to do with just like certain like snake stuff. It wasn't my problem, so I can't speak on the situation because it was something that was just told to me about something that was going on with a feeling. I don't know if it was all truthful, it was more attitude, more than less, but I didn't care because it was coming from my friend.
And that's crazy that you say that because the way that you stood on it, on 10 motherfucking toes, showed how real that you are and how much like, you love your friends, and that is real. Yeah.
So then when we fight in the Sprinter or whatever, it was a squabble. There was nothing wrong with me. It was like a regular day. Like I've been fighting all my life, so there was nothing wrong. So the security literally had to come into the Sprinter and get us. I didn't have a mark on my body. Like you kind of get what I mean. And that's a fact. So it's like if you pay attention, Tasiki is a defensive fighter. She's not an attack fighter. So it's like it just caught her off guard, to be honest. But I didn't sneak her. Like we were eye to eye when I threw my first punch on her. So that was just that. Okay, so then who was there? I think it's Lemmy's sister or whatever. She was kind of close to her. What happened? She was the one that called the security come to the Sprinter in the first place. You kind of get what I mean? So, but you can watch when you pull us off the Sprinter. There's a light-skinned security guard. I kicked my foot, so he tried to like kind of attack me, come tough at me. But mind you, I said we're a nuisance. We're really annoying. So I don't really think he's too fond of us. I don't know if he likes us or not, but I'll say he's not too fond of us. Then there's a security guard named Ant. He's a big dark-skinned dude. And he grabbed me like, yo, back up. Like, I got her. She good, whatever. So then the fight dispersed or whatever. And then I'm asleep, chilling, whatever. That happens or whatever. But then before the next day, when everything becomes like a big thing, or when the network is asking us all these different things, I was asleep when that happened. But directly after the fight, it's like there was GoPros in that Sprinter. So Latifah, she grabbed the GoPro. I didn't know it was GoPros in that Sprinter because I didn't ride on that Sprinter. But this was supposed to be a private thing. It didn't need to be. You kind of get what I'm saying. It wasn't really about TV for me. It was just about
you guys.
Yeah, because if that was the case, it could have happened on stage, whatever.
You guys were going somewhere.
Yeah, we went to the performance. This happened after the performance. All of that. Grabbed the GoPros off. Like, it's footage of this online. Like, she grabbed the GoPro, she threw them to her homegirl named Tay-Tay in the crowd or whatever. So she threw them to her homegirl or whatever. So that footage, I don't know what she did with it. It's never to be seen. But if that's the true story, why would you throw it away to somebody? Like, you kind of get what I mean? And then my phone got lost in that Sprinter too because it was sitting on the table. So when it was like all these narratives being thrown around at that time, like, it just wasn't true. You kind of get what I mean? Like, I just didn't have a phone and I need to get a phone and I'm out of town. Y'all know how I go with your iCloud, all that type of stuff. So it was just challenging. I'm in a whole nother state. I don't got no proof of address, nothing. Like, it was just hard to get a phone, to be honest. So it just took me a couple days to get a phone. So at this point, they just going rampant crazy online saying all these different things or whatever. So then the day of the actual fight, so the next day I'm asleep. The network calls us like, oh, yeah, we want y'all to fight online. But I'm like, okay, cool. That's not a big deal to me.
So you knew?
No, I was just like, I already squabbled this girl, so I'm not intimidated at all. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like, it's just going to be another squabble to me. But
that's crazy.
You kept it G. I'm not going to lie. You kept it G.
No, but it's not even that. It's not even that. Like, y'all got
you just to fight.
Yeah, like, no, but it's not even that. Camera just to fight.
So basically... But so the thing about it is,
but everybody waited for that episode, though.
That part, no. But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. So my first fight was with the girl on TV. Was at one of the auditions. I think the Baddies East auditions. Okay. It was with Cuzzo. It's an artist, but I didn't have no problem with her either. It was just like, I'm right and wrong. Like, you kind of go. I mean, it was just in a certain exchange that took place that should have just made her know that it was like not sweet like that. You kind of get what I mean? So she ended up on stage. And I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, nothing like that. Like, this ain't even that, because I never even posted the embarrassment that it could have caused her, because I'm not like that. I really don't care. For real. So it's like, I hit her, she fell on the ground. Then I got on top of her, boom, 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 hit her. Then we had another fight after that, because she like, no, she snuck me. So I'm like, oh, we can go again. But the network didn't really let you fight. I see that more so on Now That's TV, to be honest, like real squabbles. Like, so I'm riding in the Sprinter the day that we supposed to have the actual fight, when we were in outfits and stuff like that. I'm riding in the Sprinter with, it's me, Jay, Krishan, who else? And Daryl and Lemmy. Those are people that's like the CEOs of people that I know that be making the plays for the business or whatever. So what they tell me, like, it's gonna be like the other like what they said, basically, like, I have a trust factor for them to an extent. Like, you gotta go them because they be dishing out bread for us. So it's like, I don't know, I'm really from the hood. No, I ain't really had nobody take care of me or do nothing for me like that since my baby daddy. So it's like, they be looking out for real. So it's like, I just have like a comfort zone with them. So what they said, I don't know if it was intentional, but what that did, it just let my guard down. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like, I didn't go into the situation thinking like, oh, I'm really finna have like a street fight on TV. I already had a street fight and I was perfectly fine. Facts. Janet did hit her, but we never jumped her. Like, in that Sprinter, she was never jumped, bro. Like, she hit her, that's a fact, but that was when our fight was broken up. She was not near me, and I was not near her. It was not like we both took off on this girl. That is storyline stuff, but that's how reality TV go. Anybody who know how reality TV go know that that's a fact. Like, there's storylines that's connected to stuff. So it's like, that's that, right? And then when we having a fight or whatever, like, I go, I'm not really thinking that we finna really fight. That's why it's like, if you check my energy, like, I'm just nonchalant. She's serious as hell, but I'm just like, oh, she must just be acting like that for the camera.
So your energy,
so I'm just chilling. Like, I'm like nonchalant for real. So it's like, boom, we go up for the fight. You see, she swing on me. I dodge it. I'm swinging on her. She back up. It's like that for a cool little minute. Then she finally connect and get a hit in, and then that's when I'm like threw off. But you're gonna see the Ant security guard be like, that's enough, because the fight is really supposed to be over. Like, I don't know. I just was I was in shock. But the dude with the braids, the big light skinned dude, he's like, he pushes Ant back. Like, this is all on camera. Like, you kind of get what I mean? So it's like, it's nothing to lie about. And it's like, actually I had 3 fights when it came down to Zeus Network. So the first one was with Baddies West at that audition. But that was behind the stage before the things even went out. I was dragging a girl. I squabbled with the girl because she was really mad at me. I don't know what she was trying to do. It's like because Krishan did Baddies South first. Then we did Baddies West after that. That's when I was on the mix now because we back in California. So boom, I'm instantly there. I had a fight. Stunning girl even saw that. You can ask her. I'm beating the girl ass. And then Krishan just jumped in it and hit the girl banged her real quick or whatever. But that was that. I had that fight with them, but that was it wasn't during the production side, so it was a squabble, a regular street squabble. You get what I'm talking about? And then I got witnesses. That's why I love a witness. But boom, that was that. Then the other fight with Cuzzo. But it's Cuzzo, she was kind of cool. I almost could give her props because it's boom, I had a squabble with her. She didn't really, I hit her on the, I hit her when she was just sitting there talking. I didn't feel like I snuck her. I feel like she should have known that it was going to be a problem for real. She should have been on toes. But whatever happened, what happened. Then we fought again. But then she came to my show and snuck me. I'm going to keep it real. She came to my show and snuck me. Yeah, she came all the way, took a flight to LA. And I almost could have had some respect for her just as on some street dealings type stuff. But then it was I chased you. Well, I didn't really chase you down. I was just leaving the scene. And then I saw her run into a liquor store. And I ran in a liquor store and I did the same thing to her. I punched her square up and knocked her ass down. And then it's I dragged her, and then the security got into it, the people at the store and stuff like that. I got hit in the face by a security guard, and Deja, her boyfriend at the time, he tried to come in the store and attack too, so the store just was confused, so they started macing all of us. So all of us end up getting maced and shit like that. But it's you could have had your one up, but it's you fucked up when I caught back up with you and you was really running, and then I got you in the store.
So she did all of that, and she was whack as fuck.
Yeah, so it's you didn't really keep it 100.
But you
I don't know. I feel like she was just mad and just wanted her lick
a
back
scary
for real.
Bitch, yeah.
No, I just feel like she was just upset and wanted her lick back. Nobody wants to be embarrassed on TV. You kind of get what I mean? And I did embarrass her, but see, that's my headspace.
But don't come for me because I'm gonna embarrass you again, bitch.
That part, no, but it's my headspace was just
Sorry.
I just wasn't thinking I'm just thinking you talking shit about my friend. I'm just finna pop you in the mouth because I know who you trying to be funny towards. And that was that. But she felt the fight wasn't valid. So it's even when Lamel and Daryl telling me what they telling me, it's my headspace is oh, it's just finna. He it's gonna be the other one. It's my headspace not thinking like that. I already had a fight really on TV when it was production involved. They don't really let you fight. They don't really, it's not really like that. You kind of get what I mean? So overall, my guard was just down. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. Now, the impact of that is because, I'm from a hood. Yeah, whatever. They don't like that, of course. You kind of get what I mean? Because I grew up, the people I grew up with, they don't like that. My sister definitely don't like that. Stuff like that. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's that part is a factor, but I'm going to chop it over with my sister so I can meet Princess or whatever. We going to be back.
Shout out Princess.
Right, so it's it's stuff like that, but other than that, it's kind of it really wasn't a big deal to me. It's just when people try to take scenarios and make them bigger, to me they look lame. I don't have nothing to prove. We can fight again. I don't care. You kind of get what I mean. But me personally, I don't have anything to prove. And the people who sitting in these spaces, everybody, that's the word. Y'all invalid. Y'all. What is it? Y'all qualified to have y'all own opinions and believe what y'all want to believe, right? But it's the people that's involved with this, they know that it's just 100. I don't care. You kind of get what I mean? I'm not really tripping like that. You kind of get what I mean? So still in all, I feel I really didn't have much to prove. I still don't feel I have nothing to prove. It was kind of you kind of get what I'm saying? If you didn't throw the footage off the sprinter, then if that was really what you was trying to prove, you would have let the world see that. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm talking about? If you really felt you kind of get what I mean? You didn't really keep it 100. So it's the same thing with Shorty, but I used that scenario only because that's what made me have a comfort zone when they were telling me what they was telling me on the sprinter. You kind of get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was just how that went. You kind of get what I mean? So I just fought somebody that was really serious when my guard was down. So I didn't think it was really finna be a real squabble on TV, and that's just really the truth. That's my perspective.
That was some crazy.
So yeah, she got the best of me, and that's cool. I really don't care because, like I said, I don't feel I have nothing to prove because I just feel to me personally, it's I feel low-key set up to an extent. Mm-hmm. But it's
I could see that.
But it's
yeah.
It's oh, okay, what? Y'all all weird as hell. You kind of get what I mean? What y'all on for? That's what I'm thinking, what y'all on for real? So it's just whatever. But that hasn't really impacted my life. I'm sure people know it, but when they see me, people are cowards. They don't have the balls to be oh, how do you feel? Nobody does that. Mm-hmm. You kind of get what I mean? That's the thing. But I wish people did. I really don't mind. I'm open. I invite all questions, all
very
everything.
open.
Yeah.
So it's
sure.
My thing is just because I have nothing to lie and I have nothing to defend. I always let the Lord defend me. You kind of get what I mean?
Well, speaking of questions, I got a good question
Ask me
for
some
you.
questions, baby.
What are you most excited about right now in your life, like that you're doing, that you working on all your projects? Like, what's the thing that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this?
Everything to be honest. What time is it too? What time is it?
3:40.
Okay. Everything to be honest. Like I'm super excited about. I need to finish my music video. Like I dropped my song 2 months ago. No promo, just regular on a Sunday too, because that's the 7th day God rested, stuff like that.
Amen.
So like I just kind of like I did everything untraditionally, no support, no advice. Like I just did it. So I feel proud of myself that I was able to just like get a booking like 2 months later, like a paid booking. Shout out Madam Chef. It was like a private event. She was launching her like a soft launch to her chef business, like her, what is it called, restaurant, her restaurant or whatever. So she booked me. I'm super grateful for that, because that's like me making money off my music for the first time ever, you know what I mean? So it's like I was able to, a lot of people have respect for me. I was able to impact the community that they have, because that's like they're traditional Africans, or they directly like have parents from Africa. They probably just first generation Americans and stuff like that. So I was able to like clear up a lot of like confusion that they have about African, like Black Americans, I guess you can say. I was able to just kind of like make an impact on them, like not smoking, not drinking, stuff like that. Like I'm not against it.
Is that why you stopped smoking or no?
Huh?
Is that why you stopped smoking?
Oh no, I stopped smoking just because God put something on my heart. So I'm just kind of in the process of changing, like getting sin. Like if you had a whole list of sin that you just shit that you be fucking up on, like cussing, for example. Let me stop cussing. But it's like you have this whole list of things that you've done wrong, and it's like I have so much of a love and reverence for God. It's like I feel like a bad child. Like with your parent, like with your mother, like you know how your mom say don't do this, don't do that, but then you grow up and you have to find out later. Like I feel like God is so patient with us, and I feel like the only reason why we get another day is because it's like God is just waiting for more of us to just make a turnaround. And
So
do the
let
right things.
me ask you this: you talk about God, but you see the industry is a lot of it's demonic. If you
And that's why I feel like it's important to who you partner with. Like, you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, it's very important who you partner with, who you choose to do business with and stuff like that. Because it's like, everybody's going to be there, but it's not even just the industry. It's just the field of business. Like, I feel like in personal, the field of business, something that I truly love and am passionate about, I feel like it is like the devil's playground.
Definitely
and the reason why
is.
I feel like that is because it's like, you know, I don't know. Like, I understand the whole dynamic. Like, I helped you. How can you just run away? Because people do that. But it's like the whole sign your life away thing. But it's also the exchange that people are choosing to sell their soul. Like, selling your soul, to me, is just like when you go against your morals and values. It's like you making an exchange for something that goes against your integrity and something that you're supposed to stand for. You kind of get what I mean? So, like, say, for example, I don't like the color orange, but now I'm wearing orange every day because you paying me. Like, I'm not going to do that just because that's like a very shallow example, but it's just kind of like,
that's hypocrite.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the things that you're willing to exchange yourself for money is how you sell your soul. And somebody can go as far as what it would go on all the way with doing demonic things, whatever. But I hope I never encounter or see anything like that or that nature. So I just try to really just protect my heart and guard my heart and watch what I let in. And pay attention to what goes out. And that's kind of what made the whole scenario and the business aspect with like the whole program that I was involved in, is because it's no contracts for it, straight off the mud. Like with the whole thing that I was a part of with like Blue Krishan, all of that. Like, I remember the day where it was like we was with each other. I met her in 2020 after my baby daddy had passed away. I was with my big sister. Shortly after that, it was kind of like, how did it go? It was kind of like we was just mobbing, figuring everything out. It was like July. It was in 2021 when she asked me, like, I want you to, like, help manage me alongside Blue or whatever. I still even have the message because I had posted it in my close friends group because it was, like, a big moment for me. And she was just like, and we'll just bust down whatever you feel me, you hit me off the profits and shit. And that for the most part, that part, some stuff stays solid. Like, you kind of, that's why I be saying, like, all the little small for the bird stuff, like, there was real shit going on. It's like, honestly, I'm eating off this situation.
In life that you can never
forget. It's like I'm gonna eat off this situation for the rest of my life, and that's just really how I feel because I'm Marchinee. You kind of get what I mean? And it's not because of whatever. It's just like I put in work that niggas don't know that I did. So it's just like I put in real work, and it's like we really built something collectively, regardless who wants to admit it or not, amongst ourselves or the outside world. And it's like I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect it, and I'm not gonna disrespect it because it helped me feed my child. To be honest, you kind of get what I mean? So it's like, And it's not even that. It's like I have real friendships with these people. Like I've been through real things with these people. We done really thugged it out for real. So it's like these people are always close to my heart. So it's like some of the things that people may think could even exist, it's like it doesn't have a space. You kind of get what I mean? Like a person could do something to annoy me, all of that. That it doesn't really have a space. Like you kind of get what I'm talking about for the narrative and the perspective that people try to put on the friendship. Like you kind of get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like I just be like, y'all all too much for me. Like it just I'll be like, Lord Jesus, please, like.
So note to all bloggers. You guys are all cool. You're all still good. Everybody's just in their own lane doing their entrepreneur stuff.
We're life.
I mean, for the most part, like I feel like to me that's the best way to describe it. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like it's just.
I see it myself because I know.
Yeah, you've been around all of us too. Like so, it's just like, come on now. Like I just don't know. It's just like I don't. People just to me, people be extra out. Some shit could have been better for sure. It's like all of that, but it's like. I'm not here to say that because there's times when I fucked up for real too. Like you kind of get what I mean.
We all
so
make
it's
mistakes.
It's like,
who are you to say?
Yeah, it's like that's how I be feeling. It's like but it's like it's just gonna be a cycle and circle. That's gonna be tit for tat. It's like I did hella dumb shit. I went out hella times when I was drinking and smoking and shit, popping shrooms, getting high as fuck, having emotional breakdowns, all type of crazy shit. Like
so here's a good question, since y'all still good.
Yeah.
I know you turn around and you're talking, about the God situation, and I love it because, I mean, to me, I love that everybody, that's really into God.
Yeah.
I'm not super into God.
Yeah.
But if you put me in a room, God or the devil, I back up God and we beat some ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of those people. I love, like me, I don't want to find a satanic church because I want to go dress like God and see who's going to fuck with me. Yeah. I just like to do dumb shit. So it's my thing. But
if you do that, take me with you.
There it is. We're going to record that. But my thing is also, too, here's a serious question.
Yeah.
Is Chrisean really doing this from the heart, or is she doing this because of OKC court system?
That's what people think?
A lot of people do. A lot of people I've seen on the blogs and stuff. I did my homework on y'all. So
okay, I feel like that's something
that people are saying. Oh, she's acting it and this and that. And I'm like, it don't seem like it, man. I'll be honest with you. Like,
I feel like that's something that you gotta ask her. I know for sure that she has a soft spot for God in her heart. You kind of get what I mean?
I know she does.
And I just feel like I mean. That's as far as I can go with that because those are the type of questions that you got to ask a person themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's how I feel about that. But it's kind of like how I feel about me and what I know about the dynamic. So basically, I feel like God profound our relationship in general. When I first met Chrisean, I was walking in a 7-Eleven because I was trying to get into the check cashing place, but the door was kind of confused. And she was walking out. She bumped into me. I had 30 racks in my pocket right here because I was on some other shit. And my money fell on the ground. She helped me pick it up. And she like, where's you getting all this money from? Like, what are you doing? And my big sister was in the car waiting for me. So when I come back to the car with this girl, she's like, who the is that? Like, who is this? Like, what are you doing, Marchinee? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, no, it's cool or whatever. Then we had a conversation about God. And then after that day, she hopped in the car with us. Then she had to move her car. So we drove back to her apartment, which was around the corner. We honestly went upstairs and pissed in the tub, which sounds crazy, right? Nasty.
Definitely.
Happens.
But the toilet was broke. The toilet was broke, so we needed to pee. So but then all of those exchanges, like I'm from the Bay Area, so it's like I know that I'm not trying to use that. Like people are probably gonna be like, but fuck y'all don't understand life. But it's like that exchange is what hit the relationship off of me because it gave me a reference of home. Like I really come from nothing, like and from the underserved community. So it made me feel like I met somebody who spoke my language. You kind of get what I'm saying?
True.
So it was kind of like that's what initiated and started the relationship was a conversation about God, and then it was just the events that took place after, and that's just where everything had came from. So it's like people get tempted and people go through life. I guess it's my answer to the question, but people get tempted and people go through life, and then people go through situations where they realize what side they want to be on and what side they truly want to represent. Like I'm in a space where I'm wholly transitioning my whole life. That's why Louie know how many blunts I smoke. He know how much weed he be having to give me. It's like for me to just wake up one day and just be like, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to drink. But it's just because like it's like I'm representing the kingdom. So it's like I'm not here to try to say I'm trying to be perfect. I would love to find a map and talk to Jesus himself to figure out how he overcame these challenges because people really can get to you. Like you kind of get what I mean? And it's like in Galatians 5, it talks about the fruit of the Spirit, where God gives you a fruit of the spirit of joy, spirit of happiness, spirit of patience, spirit of being gentle in general. Like, of course, I'm paraphrasing, so a list of other things, but these natures have no laws against them. So it's like, I feel like that's what it feels like and what it looks like to truly live in the essence of God. You kind of get what I mean? And there is things that you have to get off of you. Just like when you tell your child, you can't go over there with those kids and you can't do this. It's about the normalcy that demonic things have played a role in our life. Like, for example, this jacket, right? Like, I've been working on getting skeletons out of my closet, like things that have skulls on them and stuff. It's just because in the Bible, it represents death. I don't want to wear things that represent death. So I did tell myself, like, dang, I threw a lot of stuff away, but I have like a few items that I'm just going to fix and repair and take some of the things off. But I wore this jacket today. It's from Dolls Kill, my brand deal or whatever. Shout out Dolls Kill.
I love you, Dolls Kill.
But it's like I was going to change the patch in the back just because I just wanted to make some difference. But I was in a rush today, so I chose to wear it. But what I did was I just prayed over myself and prayed over it. Like, it's like how the space that I'm in personally, it's like I just want to represent God. And sometimes when you represent the kingdom, like, for example, a pastor, if you end up doing something wrong, people turn their back on God because of the things that individuals partake in. You kind of get what I mean? Especially people who don't know God and stuff like that. So I personally made a choice that I want to live my life that truly represents what I follow. You kind of get what I mean? So when you read that Bible and you look at me, it lines up so that you can probably open your Bible, or you could probably want a deeper relationship with God. And I feel like that's what we're here for. We're here to build disciples. Those are the true instructions, if I just think off the top of my head, that God asks us to do. He asks us to come here and make disciples. And I'm trying to do that.
And tell our testimony.
Exactly.
About all the stuff that he be doing for us, because one day I wanted to have a testimony party.
Let's have a testimony party.
Because I want everybody to get 5 minutes and everybody could come to the party, do whatever you want. Ain't nobody going to judge you. You want to drink, you want whatever you want to do. But I want everybody to come up and tell 5 minutes of something that happened to them. That was a testimony.
Yeah, exactly. No, it definitely makes sense.
Isn't that cute?
That it's beautiful actually.
It's
because it opens up the floor for people to just have a true relationship with God. It's opened up the floor for people to just know what it's like to just walk your life. And I was going to do this little game with my son too, because it's like. So I was going to put a piece of chocolate, put a piece of fruit. But, they give you different effects, but they kind of have the same ideology. But it's like, this is what it is. It's like, I have so much say-so in my life, but when right now, I'm not there to physically protect my son. Mm-hmm. So I have to let God do his job on him, right? And I have to let him build that relationship with God. So for an example, I'm like, which one do you pick? If you choose the fruit, that's a lot better. But it's not about him choosing the fruit. It's about what he chooses when I'm not looking and when I'm not watching. True. And that's the part where I know to pray for my son at now. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like...
That was well said.
It's kind of like, that's how I feel like what it is with God. It's like when people talk about character and building character and all these different things, it's like, who are you in the front street and then who are you in silence? And who is the person that you looking back in the mirror? Me, I just really want to like who I'm looking at. And I want to be the person that I say I am. And I don't want confusions, because it's like, I don't want people... And I'm unconventional. Like, a lot of people don't think I love God the way that I do. A lot of people don't know. Like, you kind of get what I mean? But I do, because he brought me through everything, and I'm still going through stuff right now, and it's like he brings me through it. And it's
no matter what, something happens where
he revealed himself to me. Like, you kind of get what I'm talking about? And it's like, but it's on the encounters. It's when my back is up against the wall and I'm like, damn. It's like, it's different when you let the Lord provide for you. Like, you kind of get what I'm saying? It's like even our house, it just be crazy stuff happening. Like, people talk about our house that we all lived in. It's like the lease was just up. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, are y'all crazy? Like, you couldn't live there no more, because, I mean, y'all watch us all the time on the TV. Y'all see all the crazy stuff that was happening in this person's house. Like, please come on now. Like, please stop with the shenanigans. Y'all don't know when y'all move places, y'all don't have a lease agreement. Like, please stop.
Your lease is up.
Based on the stuff that we did in the house and the stuff that was going on, like, some of the destructive things that went viral, and that's the only reason I'm speaking on them and saying it that way, is because, like, who's gonna, like, no, nobody's gonna, the actual owner, the house could have been bought, but it's called a year probation, because there's been several videos going viral of us just being destructive in general. So it's like, that's why I was even that way, or what could have been flat out brought. Like, it's just the way that people attack things. But some things, everything doesn't deserve an explanation. And I usually try to do that. But I guess now, since I'm in this position to talk, it's like I'm open to speak about certain things. But, like, yeah, like, our lease agreement was just up. But when I left that house, I let the Lord provide for me. I didn't have nothing figured out, because I was tied in. Like, you kind of get what I mean? And it's just like, everything was everything. And like we have future plans and things that we're supposed to do with each other and all these different things. So like dropping the music and doing all this stuff that we're doing and heaven sent music and all these different things like that. But it's just like that didn't go as planned, because in the word is written, God, you may make your own plans, but God's plan is the one that overrides. And I'm paraphrasing again, but it's just like, it's just like at the end of the day, like, I know that I love the Lord. I'm not here to beat things into people or nothing like that. I'm just here to plant seeds. And when you plant seeds, you want something to grow. And when you have fruit, you get fruit. I'm going to give the fruit of my spirit to hopefully have you eat it up, for it to plant a seed in you. And then for me to live as a reflection of what I'm living, for you to see that this is really what's better. Because God says, lose yourself and you may gain him. You lose yourself and lose the world to gain what he has for you. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's like, for me, it's like, it's the truth. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like, I'm not here to be like, damn, I'm trying to be hella perfect or be this person. It's just like, I'm working on that version of me. You get what I mean? And I got my son watching me, and it's serious to me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm super passionate about it.
No, I see it.
I love God for real. Like, it's like, I don't know what I would do.
I took
my
the greatest ever.
For real.
Here's crazy things, some
He
real
saved
shit.
my life.
I never told nobody this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in an Uber ride not too long ago.
Yeah.
And this lady was giving me a ride. We had an hour and a half drive, so we started talking. She started talking about God.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, let's talk about God.
Yeah.
So we start conversating and everything. I don't know what it was. I'm not going to lie. After a while, she kept talking. She said a couple of prayers for me. Weird shit. I started crying.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I
I was in the back seat crying like crazy, and I was like, what's wrong with me?
The Holy Spirit. You felt the Holy Spirit. And when you're in the presence of the Lord, it's not even sadness. It's just like this joy overtaking your body. Like,
yeah,
that's why I don't.
That's what it was. It was crazy.
Place where you belong, and it's home, and you felt home, and it's him, and it's
it's crazy. It's true. It's wild.
And it happens out of nowhere. He's just the greatest.
So it's God, God, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So God the Father is our creator, the Father, and the Lord of everything. And then the Son is what was sent for our sins to die. My way to heaven and my way to the Lord himself is through Jesus Christ, because different religions, that's basically the point. Like Muslims, that's what I learned. Like Muslims, Catholics, whatever you choose as a religion or whatever, that's your tunnel. That's the way that you walk life to get to Jesus Christ, to get to be able to, for your prayers and for you to encounter God himself. But my way to the God specifically is through Jesus Christ. And I relate to Jesus Christ. I know what it's like when you're trying to be a good person and it seems like stuff's just jumping in your way, holding you back. Things are just happening. It's like, I feel like it's kind of obvious. So when I hear his testimony, like what you said, the testimony probably, I think it's great. Please invite me. When I hear about, like, when you talk about, like, when I hear his testimony, I relate to it. So I know. It's like this knowing that settles in my spirit, like when you were there and you started crying, and then it's the Son, it's the sacrifice. It's the reason why we have access to God in general. It's because his sacrifice for us, for that he was sent here to die for our sins so that we wouldn't have to endure what we deserve.
And so we don't have to do all that stuff, because it was really hard for me to read the Old Testament, okay? Because I was trying to get all through the Bible.
Yeah.
And then it said I had to throw blood of a turtle and a this and a that to clear me
no,
of this
but
and
it's
that.
like this though.
And so then we don't gotta do that, okay?
Those sacrifices, exactly. But like some of the rules, like when it say like the strict rules and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind. Like, of course not the sacrifice, but I don't really want to sacrifice things. That's why physically. But like as far as my bad, according to like the rules and stuff, like when they talk about God, like as far as like the strictness and stuff, like I'm down with following God's rules. Like even if it had to be lived by the Old Testament way, because that is the more stricter version of the obedience that we have to have. But that's how much reverence and love that I have for God, because he deserves that much from me. You kind of get what I mean? And then the Holy Spirit. That's it. And then the Holy Spirit was what's left behind so that we can have comfort. It's the things that comfort us and holds us and gives us the hope when there's nothing else around to do so. Like, you kind of get what I mean? It's the comfort that was left behind. That was Jesus's idea, to leave behind the Holy Spirit so that we can encounter him now. So that's why when you was in the car with that lady and I was talking about God and it was such a pure encounter, it's like the presence of the Lord is here and you have no choice but to feel him. Yeah, and crazy. When that encounter happens, it's like, bro, like, it's just, it's where you belong. And I could praise God all day. So please, let's have that testimony party. Y'all can listen to the testimony party.
I keep talking about it.
And then, like, for
stop talking about it.
I'm sorry.
Let's do it. We could plan in here.
Exactly. We could plan it here. You can do it here. You got my space.
We're gonna come back and plan. That's what this is about. Great. And that's the cool thing about Louie. He made that option available. Like for me now, like I don't smoke and stuff like that, but I know he wanted me to around. Like he probably missed me and I missed him too.
And we love and respect
So
you.
it's like, I don't know, like he was already doing the podcast. I don't want to say like he found a reason, but it's like he's like, March, come through because I got something for you too. Like you kind of get what I mean. Like he respect where I'm at. Like we smoking right now, but it's like even with people, like I'm not triggered because it's a decision that I made. Like you kind of get what I mean. But this is where I'm at. Like God made me, and that's the difference between like different people. Like God's friends wasn't picture perfect. You kind of get what I mean. It's like it's people that made mistakes and stuff like that. So it's like for me, it's like he's able to use me in a space where people can relate to me because I'm not going to force things. That's not how you change people. You plant a seed, like I said, and then you live a certain way to be an example for people to see like, dang, it really is fun to serve God. It really is. You kind of get what I'm like. My first time crowd surfing was when I was in Mexicali, serving the church, building houses for kids in Mexico and all that with Bayside when I was 17 years old. So that's what I'm saying. But I said when I had brought up the passport thing, you know, I was talking before about Lori and stuff, is because I got my passport back recently, and I said when I got a passport, my first thing that I was going to do was go on a mission trip. So churches out there who's going on a mission trip, let's go. We can fundraise and do it ourselves. Like, all you got to do is fundraise. Like, it's for a good cause. People contribute to get good causes and stuff.
I did
like
a fundraiser for St. Jude Medical Center.
Yeah, like, it's so many different things that you can do. Like, and you can actively go and submit. And it's like, we didn't have our phones. Like, we didn't have phones. Like, and this was, like, the beginning of the song. I was, like, 17. So this was, like, 2014, 13. So it's like, and it's during spring break. So it's like all around like total sacrifice. Like you could be out fun, having break with your friends, but you over here dirty, sweat, not taking showers for days, living in a cockpit like you in the military, sleeping outside, there's dust everywhere. Like, but I was having the time of my life. Like, and I was serving God and I enjoyed it. But you realize what life is really about versus like all this stuff that people be trying to act like it's not really about that. So it's like, if I have a platform to do what I'm supposed to do, I can only say that my friend is in, Krishan is in agreement to that. Like, you kind of get what I mean? But we all was in the same household, so like this is what we own. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, even despite the mistakes and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, like this is definitely, we got a reality check. You kind of get what I mean? It's like we scared, to be honest. We scared of God, but like not scared like he gon' whatever. It's like he's our dad. Like he's our daddy. Like you kind of get what I mean? And it's like I'm scared of. I know better. So it's like, you know that saying, you know better, so you did better. I know better, so I got to do better. I can't play with God like that. I can't go back and keep making the same mistakes over and over again and then asking for forgiveness. And I don't even feel comfortable doing that. So it's like I'm trying to make a stance. And it's like when you make a certain stance, I made that decision. Like, I'm happy with my decision. Like, I'm joyful with my decision.
Trust me, great decision. I've had a conversation. It's like this. One time I was a young kid. I was drinking and driving.
Yeah.
I was in the rain. I had a beer in my hand. I spun out in the rain on purpose. And I was facing the traffic this way, and the first car that pulled up was a cop. First dude, I had a beer in my hand and everything. He got out. He said, all right, guys, time to get out. I'm going to handcuff you all, this and that. And I was just like, damn, I'm getting a DUI. The worst thing ever, right? Handcuffs me, and I'm just sitting there thinking about it. And it was just, everything gets quiet. And I sat there, and I said, man, God, if you let me go, I promise you I'll do good. That's all I'm going to say. I'll do good. That's all. And I'll never drink and drive again in my life. I promise you. Swear to God, in 2 seconds, right after I said that, the cop got a call on the radio, and then, like, he got mad because he wanted to take me to jail. He got mad. He said, start pouring out the beers now. Took off the handcuffs and started pouring out the beers and turned around and said, if I come back and I see you, I'm going to take you to jail. He's like, I better not see you for the rest of the night. Jumped in the cop car and took off. I just sat there, looked at my boy, and he's like, what just happened? I was like, shit, I talked to God for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And he just looked at me like, let's go. Yeah. Just get in the car and let's go. And at that point on, I keep it 1,000. I didn't drink or drive for at least. I'm not gonna lie.
You kept your promise with the Lord.
Well, I kept it for at least 10 years. I kept it for 10 years until one time I had to drink. Yeah. One time I did have to drink and drive, but I was still sobered up. But it was just, and I even felt bad that time. It was 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? I still felt bad for it. It was just like, you made a promise, you know. And I do a lot of things to make up for the things that I've done in the past. I do a lot of good things. I try to help people. Like when I mentioned in the beginning, I said there's a lot of devils in this industry. Yeah. There's a lot of devils. Me, I'm an angel.
The angels in the midst of it.
Exactly. I'm an angel in this shit. But also, too, I ain't scared of these devils.
We're like the Charlie's Angels.
You know what I'm saying? Right? And that's what you got to understand. There's a lot of devils in this industry.
Oh.
There's a lot of devils in this industry, and we ain't gonna put up with none of them.
And we're human.
We don't deal with none of them. I mean, I don't mind. I have no problems dealing with people.
Yeah.
I just hate the,
But know their heart and know where you stand with people. Is
but
all
even
I'm
with
saying.
that though, like I still feel like this is some like I guess like a sensitive side of me too. It's like even like they be trying to say certain people aren't in the Illuminati because of this and that. I don't know what really is what, but I feel like as a woman of Christ and as other communities where they try to say that they love the Lord, like people who are like. I feel like I don't want to say more holy than I am, but like more disciplined than I am when it comes to scripture and stuff like that. Instead of them like claiming that on those people that they never encountered, because I have a hard time believing anything about anybody because I know the stuff that people say about me and it's just not true.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like
that's good though.
I be like, you don't know them though. Like you never met them though. Like you don't know. Like it's kind of, and then as a person that loves the Lord and follows Christ myself, it's like you can't you just can't say certain things about people. And it's like, instead of that, I feel like what should be done is like people should create prayer groups around these people to, for one, ask for protection for those people if that is the case. And then just sanctify the aura of the whole industry. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Because it's like, that's the only way that I feel like can do it. And I believe that you can send a word. You don't have to be there. You can send a word. So that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like the approach that I would take on certain things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like when they try to like put stuff on, because it's like, I don't like to believe bad things. You kind of get what I mean? And it's not like, I don't want to like, it's not because it's not necessarily true. It's just that I like to have delusional faith, where it's like, I want to believe it until it really happens. I want to manifest on that thing until it really pulls itself to fruition and becomes present in my life. And I'm good at that. Like, you get what I mean?
You want to have your own experiences with somebody, not based off of what you heard about them from somebody else. Because if somebody did that to you, what would everybody think? Or somebody did that to me.
It's not right.
You're just a bad bitch who understands life, and you're smart as fuck is
that
all
part.
you're saying.
And what do you think?
I'm sorry.
I know. I feel like but I could feel like you just like, oh, like I know you taking it all in. But I like your energy
that
though.
You're saying though, it just kind of hits me at this point of life too. So I'm just listening and just so you know, and about God and stuff. Like I'm not perfect. I'm in the same position where I'll
be honest. The only things that I could say like off the top that I'm doing like that's full and faithful. Like I'm actively celibate, which is great for me. I don't drink or smoke, and that's not because of that. It's just because I feel like I have to represent the kingdom in a certain type of way. So it's like I feel like it's best for me because I just can be, I don't know, and it's like I have a past with it. You kind of get what I mean, but it's like
now you could at least
I've been there, done that. Like, you know, when you go to AA meetings or like people that really have like Narcotics Anonymous, I've been locked up before. So you do things like this when you want to get out of your cell. You know what I mean? So it's like when you go to stuff like that, they say once addict, always like I know the Serenity Prayer, all of that. So it's just like for me, it's just like once you do certain things, it's like you always, it's always a part of you, because that's why they say once a sinner, I mean a saint is just a sinner. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Was previously a sinner. So it's like I've been there and I lived it. So I have experienced what it's like to be good or bad, but with wisdom, it's like you don't have to, I hope that I can plant a seed in you to that you don't have to go out and do certain things or feel like you got to go through certain experience to learn a lesson. You can know and believe in the faith of God that you can, it's like playing a video game, you getting one-ups. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, why would you skip over the mushroom if you have the opportunity to grab onto it? It's like people don't think about it like that. Like, these are cheat codes at life. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to take the cheat code at life rather than sit back and just try to play like, oh yeah, this is all safe. But we know, like, you know in your spirit, like, that what's going on, like the stuff that we see outside, like, it's not okay. Like,
I think
this world is in a state of like, and I don't know what's happening overseas. I don't pay attention to the news, but I could walk outside. I know my story. I know my family. I know the people that I came up with. I know the war that was on my community. It's like, I know the stratosphere. I don't understand it all, but I know that there's a stratosphere, a man-made stratosphere when it comes to these American grounds, how they have condition with the consumerism and stuff, how it's built. I know when I travel outside the country and I see them people standing at the border when I'm coming back into Mexico and they just starving and hungry, and like the way demonic things, or the way like people feel like they got to get it out the mud however they can just to survive, the way that my baby daddy had to die for money. Like, not like that, but it's just like, that's not okay. So I can't say that that's the life when I know that life too well. You kind of get what I mean? And I'll be lying if I told you to go live your life like that. It's like the big homies on your block, like, yeah, let's go. Like, I'm not that big homie that's going to tell you, like, go live your life that way. If you want to go, you live your life that way. That's why I gave the example with my son. You're going to choose the chocolate. Cause chocolate, it's going to taste good now, but it's going to rot your teeth later. It's going to taste good now, but you're going to have to get some teeth pulled, and that's going to hurt. So the fruit, it could do the same thing, but it's very rare and likely. You have to not care about yourself to allow this fruit to poison you. You kind of give me, and that's like tangible things, like little activities that I do with my son. And I see what he chooses. Like, you know what I mean? I put the candy on the table and I count them and I just see what he does. So, but if he does choose, it's like I know what to pray for with him. It's not ever to be. That's why I feel like, too,
that's so beautiful.
When people convert their lives to, like, Christ and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of time, like, it's like the saying in the Bible where God literally tells us, I wish I knew Bible's verses, like, hard. I need to study my Bible better.
Well, the way you speaking, you don't need to know them because you
speak
it from your heart.
It's like what God be like, don't be too holy. You kind of get what I mean, because it turns people away. I'm just gonna be myself, and y'all gonna ask me more questions by just how y'all see me probably look healthier. Y'all see me probably like my energy is probably a certain level, like certain things. Y'all gonna get interested off me just the way that I live, rather than me trying to tell you what to do. You kind of get what I mean? Exactly. I feel like living like that is way more impactful. So the more that I walk with God, the more that I bring people in and make more disciples. And then like also too, like the more that I get better myself. And then if I fall short, like I'm not scared to say that I fall short. Like I gave into temptation anytime that I fall. You kind of get what I mean? So that's just what it is. So like, yeah, I'm celibate. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I've been working on my cussing. I just got worse with my cussing a few days ago. I was doing a lot better. But I started doing bad again with it. Right. And then a lot of things too, like my lash business and stuff like that. So my first lip gloss collection is called Rahab Pink. Because in the past I had a sugar daddy before when I was in college. That was my first time ever experiencing that. Shout out to
anybody sugar daddy.
And then also too, I a lot of my clients are prostitutes, and that's from any walk. Some way I sugar daddy, some like it's still prostitution to me if you exchange yourself or anything. But it's like, you know, so it's like the girls. My first lip gloss collection was Rahab Pink. My Rahab collection was the colors pink and clear. The reason why I chose Rahab is because, and this was like a couple years ago that I dropped this. I chose Rahab because she was a prostitute, but she had a soft spot for the Lord. So God used her and he met her where she was at. She's the one, when Jericho fell, she sent the spies the opposite direction. That was looking for the people who praise God. You kind of get what I mean? So they was in the community looking for them. So she was a prostitute. It's just telling a story, but you don't even think she used her charm a little bit? Like she lied even. You kind of get what I mean? But it just shows like God will meet you where you at and he will use you. So she was able to keep God's promise. She was able to have a city fall that should have, but she was able to protect her family. She was able to start a new future, and she was able to sustain God's plan. Mm-hmm. All off where she was at, him meeting her where she was at. You kind of get what I mean? Wow. So to me, that's why I chose my collection to be Rahab Pink. And then I'm going to continue to do other things. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people who know me in real life, that's why I say I'm more of a real life person, because you know these things about me already. But I just don't know how to do the whole video, record me, sit down, do all this. Like, it's a lot of work. I don't know how
either. As an artist either. It's so hard. Even as an artist like, who does music,
I love the whole like business aspect and stuff like that, and I like to do it, but it's just a lot of heart because I'm the creative too. You kind of get what I mean? So when I'm creating, I gotta edit, I gotta video record this. Sometimes you don't got all the money. I know that I don't always to pay for the production, that the quality that I don't want, the everything that I want still show up and take care of my son the way. Like it's a lot of work. You kind of get what I mean? So you need a team. So it's like, and that's also what we was collectively as a team. We was a free team for each other. And we made the money, we split the money, we did do that. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. But we were a free team to each other. We were, you need this, you need this, you need this, we're going all in. And that was something that we did for each other that nobody else was willing to do for us but us. Mm-hmm. And that's a fact. Yeah. There was nobody else willing to stop their lives and go do all across the world and all these other things that we was doing for each other. Nobody was willing to do that.
It was
but
all
us.
for a reason.
Yeah, like, so it's like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm grateful overall. I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely excited for the future. And I definitely want to do a new lip gloss collection and stuff like that. But I do feel like now it just put on my heart, like I need to talk more about myself, like just like my, like the stuff that I've done, like you kind of get me, and like the things attached to, like even Nafasi. Like I started Nafasi, which is my LLC. I started that. My first sale was back in 2016. That was when I used to make jewelry and stuff like that, because I did first come to my degree is in fashion. So like I came to LA for fashion, and really I came as communications major, but I switched to fashion because I felt like I didn't have to go out of my character to be successful. Then in the midst of that, I just, so it's just so much, but this just showed me too. So thank you, Louie, and thank y'all. I was so happy when I saw you when I walked in. I just walked in and they were just happy to see me, and I was like, "What's up, y'all?" Like, period. Like, okay, let's go.
It was your energy.
Yeah. So period. And so thank you.
Now,
so,
what I've seen, just real short, what I've seen since I've met you, I've seen a person that's grown a lot. I've seen a person that's changed a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen a person that's a very good person on the inside, does care about other people, and you've always kept it 100.
Yeah.
I haven't heard you lie to me. I haven't heard you on the phone lie to anybody or bullshit anybody. You're a great mom. I see that. Shout out to Ola. You already know.
I love my son, y'all.
Yeah. And everything else I'm going to tell you right now, you're a hustler. And what I see is what I know because I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
And you are going to be very wealthy. You're going to make it very big. Your son's going to be very happy.
Amen.
And you got a lot coming to you.
Yeah.
You don't even know. A lot of good things coming to you.
Period.
And just keep preaching the good shit, man. I mean, sorry to cuss, but keep
it
preaching the
don't
good
matter.
stuff.
It's like, so what? I cuss too.
Yeah.
I'm
just
trying
saying,
to fix it. I'm trying. I can fix it. I have fixed it. But then the last couple of days, I'm not going to lie. What really happened, bro, it's like I was reading my Bible and I was reading Galatians chapter 5:22 where it talks about the fruit of the Spirit, right? And I try to go out with my fruit of the Spirit. And it's like I got so sad that day because it's like I always knew Jesus, and that's not what I'm talking about. It's like I felt like I had his encounters, meaning like I felt like how much like people are so hurtful and people are so like mean and like
so you went out
sour.
with it. So I
went out really trying to obey that scripture, and I saw how hard it was like to just, oh my God. And then I'm just like, Jesus, how the hell? Like that's why I respect the Lord so much, because I'm like, how did you do this? Like, how did you really keep your chill like this on these people? Because I'm about ready to rip my head off. Like, bro, like, how do you do it? But it's like day by day. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that's what make it all worthwhile. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really like a day by day process. Like I could fall short tomorrow. I'm not tripping on that though, because I'm still get up and I'm still going to go back on the right path even when I fall short. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm not really tripping. Like I'm learning, I'm growing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like I'm 28 years old. I lived a crazy life. Like I'm lucky to be alive. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I could have died a lot of times. And I've seen God. I met fate. Like, a lot of things just due to my encounters and how I live my life. So it's like, overall, I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely thankful. I'm extremely blessed. And I'm highly favored, period, point blank. And I just know, you kind of get what I mean? You have this knowing. But I'm ready to work. I'm ready to network. I'm ready to get back out here. I'm ready to rebrand myself.
I see you already doing it already.
Yeah, you're
right.
Doing so
much.
Work with y'all and stuff more. Like even today, like I had to switch the plan or whatever because I was trying to program with my sister and stuff. But like even today, like I just like it's like I want to be more accountable. Like a lot of people like they see my potential, but I don't want to say I waste my talent sometimes because I just don't do certain things.
Just going
you kind of get what I mean?
Stuff, it's depression, life fucking
that
hit
part.
You.
But even like with my song, like I dropped my song, I haven't really done no heart promo around it, like nothing. Like even did like talk about my lyrics, like what they mean.
I think it's because you gotta shoot that video and then you'll feel super confident about it. Artist
but I'm halfway done with the video. The reason why I didn't finish it because I was like distracted. I was distracted.
I was distracted. You were wink-eyed distracted.
I was participating in sin.
Yeah.
We definitely excuse that. We're waiting.
Right. And then I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. And then we started filming the movie because my director, Albany, was shooting. Shout out Albany. We got Rush on the way. And she was filming that. So we really ran into, that was really the problem. So it's kind of like, and then now I'm just like, I feel like we got to edit and all this stuff. So I feel like I'm just such an inconvenience. Like, and I didn't pay her. You kind of get what I mean? She just really believes in me. You kind of get what I mean? So it's like, I don't like
bothering somebody you didn't pay for.
Yeah, you kind of get what I mean?
Well,
so sometimes I'm
like, next video, I'll have my boy Itchy right here. Do it for you. You ain't got to pay for nothing.
We working Itchy.
We working with him. Don't worry about it. I take care of everything.
But see, that's the blessing too. Like, God will take care of you. That's what I'm saying. Like the sayings that we have in the hood, they really are true. Like a closed mouth don't get fed. Like, and I'm real, so it's like when there's enough for all of us. Like you kind of get what I mean. So it's like, if you need help, say you need help. If you need
People don't. They got too much
If you
pride.
need, like, I told Louie, find me a couple jobs. Like, I'm tired of being on the road. I'm tired of hosting. Like, I've been hosting a lot more, but I don't really like being in a club environment all the way like that as much as I used to. Like, you gotta, like, there's people who care about you. Like, there's people who believe in you. There's people that support you. Like, ask people for help. Like, there are people waiting to help
I get
you.
some
There are
crazy
people
DMs
that are created.
Yeah.
That like are created to serve you. You kind of get what I'm talking about, and those people really do exist. And when you let the Lord provide, and you go to people with genuine heart, like it just happens. Like be yourself and wear yourself on your sleeve. Like cry if you need to, scream if you need. Just be who you are. Like, and that's the thing about this environment. I could say everybody's just being who they are, and it's like stick together. Find people like genuine people. It's tough, but when you find them, it's like they're there. They exist. They're out here. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's like, make it happen and don't hesitate on yourself. Like, and don't lose your bridges. Like sometimes you, like me, like going into isolation, like how I was, like Louie just pulled me out of my little closet, to be honest. And then like me and my sister, we were talking about a podcast. It's like, there's a podcast right here. Like, so it's just crazy to me. So it's just
Louie's
like,
opening
my podcast is your podcast.
right? So it's like,
my podcast is your podcast.
So it's just like, to me, it's just like, everything is provided for. Like, he kind of get what I mean. You just got to know who you're dealing with. Like, I know he has
Just
a good
ask
heart.
for
You
it.
kind of get what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
these are the perfect type of people going business. Like, he not trying to cheat me. He done help me too much. You.
Oh.
So it's like, he done paid for me. He done paid for my studio sessions. He done paid for me to have engineers to work with that are great in the industry. Like, free of charge. Like, just from just having faith in me. Like, you kind of get what I mean? And there's somebody out there like him for everybody else. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, and he has other artists and stuff that he works with too. Like, that be in here that I see all the time. Like, what's his name?
Which one?
Right. That's
Which one?
Scotty.
Church boy Scotty.
Scotty. That's the one that I'm
Shout
thinking
out
of. In mind.
Godfather,
He's
I
from
love
Chicago.
Yeah.
No. It's the other one. That he from Detroit.
Do he wear hats?
No, you know him.
Inhale.
No, I can't think of his name.
Who,
Why can't I think of this boy name?
How does he look?
He like got short dress kinda. He got the white girlfriend. He be in Arizona.
The white girlfriend in Arizona.
And then he be over here. He be around Rich Kid. What's his name?
He be around Rich the Kid?
Yeah, you know him. This your boy.
No, Famous Dex.
Yes.
Famous Dex. Shout out to Famous Dex.
So like him, like people, like I see you just be there for people, like for real, like. And it's like, he not just there for anybody. Like, he not finna let nobody get over on him either. Like, that's out. But I'm just saying, like, you got to know who to connect to. Like, you got to use your discernment to know who to lock in with and who to stay away from. Because everybody not cool. But it's just like, some people help you to get something later. Like, you kind of, I don't get those vibes. So it's just like he's like, come do something. I got something positive to do. Like, it'll be perfect. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I was just buying a car. I'm over there buying a car. It's from his people. They was talking about him to me because they already know. Then I'm like, I'm texting him like, these people over here talking about you as we speak.
I was gonna ask you that too. Like, you
Right?
were way out in the valley,
Bro, that's
and
what
she hits
so
me up like,
I'm
"Yo,
sitting
this
there,
guy knows you."
Right? Because
like,
he hit me up like, woo, like telling me to come here. Then I'm like, yo, it's so funny because I'm over here with your dude and he helping me get a car right now. And then he like, well, if you need other stuff, tell me. Then I'm like, yeah, give me a couple jobs too. Like, why you at it? Like, I'm like, open your mouth. Like, you kind of get what I mean. So it's just like, I don't know, like. I don't know, bro.
How
I
you
just
doing that,
like
Louie? Just hitting us up at the right time.
right.
Especially me too. He hit me up at the right time, like perfect time for me to come out here and do the podcast.
Right, that's
here.
what I'm saying. I'm excited. We all moms. All of us are moms. So it's like, this team mom. You feel what I'm talking
Team
about? We make
mom.
life over here, baby.
Team mom part
Okay, we got
7.
babies to raise and raise the right way.
Right.
So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to work with them and do future projects. I found that she's all right. She got a beautiful voice too. So
Oh, no,
I'm
she
just
can't
ready
sing.
to. I'm just ready to get to it. Okay.
She didn't hear me. She didn't hear me. You didn't hear me, huh, Loomis? You said, yeah, I sing. I said, she can't sing. You didn't even say nothing. I said, she didn't even hear me, huh?
She proved it already. She
No, she could
said,
fucking
what'd you say?
sing. Sing me something, Loomis. Give me a little.
Hey.
She gets me excited.
All right. She can sing.
So it's like, yeah, like I'm just ready to see what happens.
Well, look, man.
Since y'all be so worried about, I guess, me and my friends and stuff.
That's
like,
crazy,
I guess
right?
y'all can see us together one day again.
But you know what sucks about Hollywood that makes me just trip out about everything? Everybody's there to root behind you. Just like Diddy. Everybody was there for Diddy. Everybody wanted to be at his party. Everybody wanted to be recognized at his party.
No, it's not that. It's just that people be there. The point that he's trying to make, like the Diddy thing will throw you off, but it's like the point that he's trying to make is like there be people there. Then it's like there's people that really call you your friend, really think like whatever. And then it's like when everybody turn against you, like I don't know what is true or false about him. I seen some videos of stuff that like him and some domestic violence stuff, whatever. But my point is just like,
so he fought with his girlfriend.
Know.
I'm trying to figure out what he did that none of us from the hood really did.
No, but it's not even that. It's just that the point that
I'm still trying to find out
that part. But it's like the point is just like I just feel like people be there in your corner, but then when everybody turn against you, they turn against you with everybody else. Like, is that really you turning against me, or are you just turning against me because that's what's the thing is to do right now? You kind of get what I mean? So
I think a lot of people just have secret hate.
Yeah, or that's what I'm saying. It's like the hidden animosity and stuff like that, or whatever it is, or whatever. So it's like I really personally don't know. So I can't say until the fat lady sings, right? And all of us know, because criminal records are public records. So it's like anybody can go look it up after this conclusion is made.
Don't get me wrong. I've been to a couple of Diddy parties, but not after parties or freak offs. I've been to Diddy's parties. I've never seen nothing like that, but maybe I've left before certain things happen.
Yeah.
And everybody, I'm going to tell you right now, I seen the girl talk about it, and this one girl on the internet was right, most of her. She was saying, you act like the rich white people don't do the same thing. You act like rich Arabs don't do the same. Like, she was calling out different races.
Thing. No, I get what you mean, yeah.
They're going in on him. I mean, yeah, we went on, what's his name, Jeffrey Epstein for a little bit, and then that was it. Nobody got a list. There was a make-believe list that everybody was going to get. We all want to know who in the hell was on that island being a perv. Yeah. I do. I'll be honest with you, because I want to be able to see a person in the street and be like, damn, bro, you ain't even a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell him.
I'm like, island?
Jeffrey Epstein, he was the one that was taking people to the island, and he was messing with little 12, 13-year-old girls, and he was videotaping all these big people.
That's why we need to pray, bro.
Hey, he got a what do you call it? An apartment in New York, right? You know how much he paid for a $70 million loft? They gave it to him for $1. You know why? Because he had that dude on video with kids at his house or at his island.
Oh, wow.
People were giving, this guy was worth $0 to all of a sudden, I think 15 years, he was like $500 million, owned private jets. Nobody knew how, but people were giving him shit. Why were they giving him shit? Because, hey, I got you on video, baby.
Oh, wow.
And it happened again.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Diddy got a lot of people on video. And that's fine. I mean, to me, it's like, hey.
Is that what happened? Oh my gosh, you just blew my fucking little mind.
Comparing the Jeffrey and
I didn't fucking know that's how he made money.
Oh yeah, that's how he made money. You get to,
I am flabbergasted.
All you got to do is tell him, hey, you know what, for your company, I need X amount of stock.
This shit too much.
That stock goes to you, and
I
that's
hate stuff like that. I really do. I hate stuff like that.
Yeah, stock is money. That's the way to transfer money.
I watched a crazy movie last night called Blink Twice. If y'all ain't seen it, go check that shit out. That shit was crazy. But it was
Isn't that like the one that they're saying? That's what they're saying too about.
That was at an island, and then they were putting on this perfume that was making them forget.
That's what they're trying to say. The baby oil is that something that you put on, and it just makes you, all right, come here, do this, do that.
Okay, everything. I had enough.
right. That's what I'm saying. But
oh my God!
Rabbit hole.
I'll be honest with you.
Thank you.
I talk.
These are all signs that we all need to get closer to God. So don't be acting like I'm.
The Lord, we love you, Lord. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
There it is.
The Lord Jesus.
So you know what? Look,
unmatched name, we pray.
I need to work on my music video. I definitely need to do that. Finish that up. I got in that flash. I'm finna relaunch that next week. Like my lashes. A lot of y'all girlies miss my lashes, but I was on the road a lot, so I really wasn't able to service y'all no more. So I'm back in LA and I'm trying to be consistent because my son got a schedule. Okay, he go to school, he play football, he do music, he got a lot of things going on. So I want to be a very active mother. So me going back and forth out of town, and it's a lot. And I'll be bringing him with me, then I'll be homeschooling him when we on the road, all these different things. So I'll be having fun with him, but I just kind of want to live a simple life right now. Like I just want to live simple, normal, to be honest. So I got more time on my hands. The movie's coming out. It's called Rush.
Rush. All right. Be on the lookout for Rush.
Yeah, look out for Rush. Rush is coming out.
What kind of movie is it?
In that flat, it's a horror film, and I definitely am going.
Don't tell me you're the first one that dies.
Oh, you think so? You know, we'll find out.
Oh,
what y'all think? Tell me what y'all think in the chat. Tell me what y'all think in the chat. Is your girl gonna get took out or what?
There it is.
I think third.
You think third? Okay, everybody got to guess. So when y'all go to the premiere, okay, everybody guess when I'm gonna get taken out.
Wait,
I'm gonna say the fourth person.
It's a lot of us.
I'm gonna say 4.
How many people get killed?
Where's I?
A few of them.
At least the top 5.
No, okay.
Out of 5.
So like on the top 5.
She don't want to give it up now, but you know she wants you to watch the shit.
5? I'm one of the main characters.
10 people that get killed?
I really wasn't counting. I was on that set. I was working from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I was tired, okay? I don't know who was dying and living.
Have you seen the movie yet in full?
I haven't saw the movie yet.
Oh
it's
my
still in the process of
God.
getting
I'm
edited.
so excited.
But all y'all can come to the premiere. Everybody's invited.
Oh, we coming.
Even y'all. Even
We
y'all
coming.
viewers. Even
We
y'all viewers.
definitely
We're all
coming.
coming.
I'm
Everybody's
wearing a
coming.
fur, darling.
I know we're gonna look good, pop out and look good, baby, at the premiere, honey. Okay, I'm
That's
trying to
gonna
look
be
good. I'm
great.
trying to look
Right.
really good.
I don't think you're dying.
And then y'all gonna, you don't think I died?
Yeah, I don't think you died
Okay,
first.
you
No,
said third.
I would say I keep thinking for some reason like the third or the second to
Okay,
last
so
person.
y'all kind of said the same kind of. So second to last. So you think second to last? You gonna stick with
Yeah.
that? And you said third. What you say, Louie?
Fourth.
Fourth. What you say? You really
I
get
think you die in a group.
She gonna be the
think
fourth
I got in a
person that
group?
dies in this
And a
movie.
group of people die
Rush.
and you're in it.
a group of people die and I'm in the group killing. Okay, what about you?
No,
No.
you're in the group and you die too.
like a group of people. That
Oh, okay.
Group of people die and you're in the
Okay,
group.
got it. So he thinks I'm one of the group members that die in general. What about you? You thought it to the end?
Ah.
Okay, so cool. So everybody gave their perspective. So I'm
True.
really. This
I
is
like
very
how
interesting.
you responded to everybody and you didn't give any clue on your
I
face.
got a poker
you
face,
are an
baby.
actor.
I know
Okay.
she hold that shit in quietly.
I would love
said-
to go
So-
play poker and watch you.
So I'm really excited about that. So I think y'all in the chat should guess when I die or if I live or whatever.
I'm excited.
And I'm excited to see that. I think a lot of y'all should come to the premiere.
What's the name of the movie? When's it come out? If you know?
It's called Rush. I meet with my director on Monday, so I get a little bit more things. She's making it a very inclusive project, so all of us are kind of like included. She wants a lot of feedback. I just got some of the pictures of the rollout of like the cover of the movie, and I'm on there, so I was like, it was cool. So I was like, okay,
And-
cover.
Well, you showed us, and you have a lot of character already, like on the cover. You could already you have a character,
baddie.
like
Period.
yeah.
I'm excited to see you do more and just keep progressing in life. And I'm like really proud of you for taking all the opportunities that you have been given in life and really taking them and using them to your advantage. And
Right.
I'm really proud
and
of
working
you for that.
hard at
Period.
becoming a better person.
Yeah, my music.
When is that?
I have
coming? Some
I
more
have the
coming.
song that I dropped already. I've just been working on that, but I have new music coming.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
Go check
I
that out, y'all.
like my new music. My current song I only have one song, guys. It's called Heaven on Earth. It's on all platforms.
All
Somebody
platforms,
want to pay
heaven
for
on
my
earth.
DistroKid account? No, just playing.
What platform can we like watch you the most on? Like Instagram? What platform? Like
I'm on Instagram mainly. Everybody be
Mainly.
telling me to get on everything else, but bro,
I
I
know,
be like
same.
everything
You-
else,
Same.
everything else.
You
But I
got
mainly
to.
only do Instagram. MDutchyBaby is my handle. MDutchyBaby _ is my handle. Or you could type in Marchinee.
So what if you got what do you call them? What are those guys called? Would they get people in movies? What are they called?
agency?
Agents,
Casting director.
casting
directors.
agents, casting directors. How do they get in touch with you if
Oh,
they
how do they
need
get in
you in
touch
a
with me? Y'all can
movie?
email me at nafasiellc@gmail.com. That's NAFSILLC@gmail.com.
It's gonna be in the
Y'all can
bottom
hit
of the
me
screen.
up. So yeah, y'all can hit me up there. Call me, beep me. What else do I
If you
got
want to
going
reach
on?
her.
Y'all got some other questions for me?
Yeah,
You talked
and who
about
do you want to
the-
shout out?
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
Okay. Who do I want to shout out? Of course, my son. I love my son. I
Oh,
want to shout
love.
out my whole family. My sisters, all my siblings, my mom, of course. RP to my dad. And my brother, my big brother. I love my family more than anything. I want to shout out my son's family, like his dad and his brothers and his mom. Shout out to them. Should I give all their names? It's a lot of names. Should I be saying
No, I ain't gotta give all the names.
right, that's a lot of names. I'm like, yeah.
You can just say that
Okay,
section of the family.
I want
right
to shout
there.
out Krishan and her family as well, including Latifah. Okay.
Did you guys hear that? What she just said? Repeat it one more time, please.
I want to shout out Krishan and her family, including Latifah. Okay, all of
There
them,
it
especially
is.
Petey. I'm so proud of you and your sports and stuff like that. Keep it up. I want to shout out. I want to shout out NF Lash. You feel me? If you need lashes, come hit your girl up. Okay, NF Lash,
You
NF
have a class
Lash.
coming soon.
Thank you for mentioning that. So I'm doing a free class. So basically, if you purchase a kit, you can come get a free class from me. It's for me to just network.
So if they
with y'all.
purchase an eyebrow kit, they get it done
Yeah,
for free?
you purchase the lash kit and you
eyebrow
come and
kit.
learn the
I
service
mean,
for free.
eyelash. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a man. What you want me
You
to
come
say?
and learn the service for free, basically. So you just purchase the kit, and then it's $100. I'm gonna have it on my site. You can just purchase it $100, and then you could just come learn the class and learn the skills, so you can do it. It's a 7-figure business, really.
If I take
Is
Itchy
it
over
class
there, would you
online?
put some on him?
yeah, if you ready? You not itchy?
Yeah.
You gonna be itching, all right? So you gonna be like, I'm used to this.
I want some.
Okay,
I know the
period.
process.
So any women that y'all know need refresher course, any lash techs that you want to be faithful to, that's not really doing a job, but you think they can learn a little bit, bring those. So present lash techs are welcome to come and get a refresher course. If you have a kit, you don't even got to pay nothing, actually. If you have a kit, you don't even have to purchase anything. Like, you just show up if you got the stuff already, because you don't need nothing, right? Just probably try to register somehow, some way. Just DM me or something.
Can they do it online or is it in person?
I need to work on it online. Itchy probably gonna help me. It seems like he's ready to work. No,
He's ready to
we can
work.
split the profits. They gonna buy it, okay? The online class, let's film. We can film it right up here in Louie' spot, okay?
I live far.
There it is.
I live far, but
So
I want to
that, what else? If you just a rookie, don't know anything about it, you can come and learn. So anybody's welcome who's just curious. If you provide a different service and you just want to add a service to your menu or whatever, come pull up. It's open for all of us. Y'all can pull up on Glam House or meet me at the Lavender Lounge, or we could probably do one here at Louie' spot too. It's good. It's whatever.
Hey, whenever you want.
However we figure it out. Okay.
There it is.
Just shout out everybody, bro. Like, I hope everybody outside thriving. Shout out Louie the 13th, baby. Okay. Shout out to the YouTube or whatever. Louie the 13th. Shout out to you, baby. Yeah. Can I get a round of applause, my people?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit that button for your girl.
Boom.
Okay.
I want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Enjoy the episode. And if you got anything to say, hopefully it's positive, you can put it down below. You already know.
If it's not, fuck you, bitch.
She said it, not me.